This is Saga. I'm co-host of the new podcast from NartOutHere, CS Out Here. We got guest Yell, Brazilian fanboy right here. I love Yell. Yep. innersh1ne.
Yes. Who is Yell?
Phase analyst. We have Spray. You
Yo,
got the coach for ATK, and we have Psycast, who's a caster, and we have the human encyclopedia right here, NartOutHere. And you got me, who's a no one. Now,
I mean, you got the Arsenal shirt, then it's fine.
It's a West Ham. It's a West
Yeah,
Ham.
yeah.
Oh, never mind.
All right, guys. Say hi. We'll start the stream. We'll start.
Hi.
What's up? What's up,
Hello,
everybody?
guys. Yo.
All right. Easy there, Koi. Over the slander in the Twitch chat. All right. We'll start off with the weekly recap.
Okay.
We will first start out with the Roobet Cup and the big winning.
Oh.
Okay. Do I start or do I like introduce?
Anyone hit it away? Want to start it off?
You want to take it, Phi?
I mean, I'll have my sayings on this, and this was kind of like one of the more forgettable events in Counterstrike history. All right. I mean, Big taking this. I mean, okay, I'll call it a surprise, but at the same time, how unsurprising is it that Big is winning some of these events? Can we take this seriously? You know what, innersh1ne, I'll get your take on this. Can we take this win seriously for Big?
Well, we did our best. Why not then? They were better. That's it.
Okay.
I mean, it was a pretty big online cup. Still online, but big one. So I think, yes, it's a normal win. Like, maybe compared to not the biggest one, maybe ESL Challenger. Not sure, so.
Okay. I mean, personally, like from a broadcast perspective, I don't think it jumped out. I'm not sure about you guys.
First off, dude, all these best of threes were killing me.
I haven't watched it.
I couldn't watch any of them. I watched one. Who was it? Was it Eternal Fire versus like the Brazilian lineup? God damn, that was a long.
Oh, Imperial.
Imperial. I forgot the name right now. That was like 50 rounds of freaking hell I was watching, and I don't know why I couldn't stop. But this tournament was just like it was unforgettable. Like I said, it was unforgettable. It's pretty forgettable.
I think for the people competing in it, like it's another online event, but like the broadcast didn't really feel, I didn't feel like it's memorable. It's online Counter-Strike, let's be honest, guys. Like, I don't know.
I can sum it up in one word. It was that freaking Mouse Sports Imperial matchup when the round just got disconnected on Nuke. That's how my feeling was. That's my sum up.
I know all the players went crazy in chat. They're like, "What the hell is going on?" Question mark. But,
yeah.
To add on to what innersh1ne was saying, like they were trying, which I can't confirm. Watching the demos, they were showing a lot of new stuff. So, FaZe were trying to win this. But Big.
Have you already watched the demo?
Yeah, I watched all the matches from the tournament.
I tried to play at a game with NarT, and he's like, "No, I gotta watch it."
But Sprayxd, let's talk about Sprayxd though. He's just another beast online. Like his performances, he played so good. He was the MVP.
Well, if you remember, like BIG took the first position of Ashel TV rating online, so I think no surprise they win online cup.
Yeah. Now, like moving forward, like Sprayxd, like when we talk about Sprayxd, his LAN versus online, it's just like a pretty dramatic drop off. I would feel like he plays so good online. Like, what do you think the issue is, Yell, with because you're a player with like playing online and LAN? What do you think he can do?
I always thought about Sprayxd as a solid player, even online and offline events. He's always been great. Every time I play against him, he beat me. So, but I think when you go online, you're at your home. You're playing like at your setup, your table, everything. So it's better for the player to play online. Online, you have a lot of things outside of only CS. I mean, another table, maybe your setup is like your keyboard is not in the same way. It's like, for me, it's always hard to go on LAN because of it, because it's not always the same, you know. Maybe your sensitivity in one place is it's different from other. I've experienced that in some tournaments, so maybe those things happen, and maybe he has like anxiety or I don't know. He's nervous. There's a lot of things when you go to a LAN that can happen to you to decrease your performance.
Yeah, thank you so
Also,
much.
not being used to ping, maybe like to the ping difference as well. Maybe
Yeah,
using
yeah,
the peaks
exactly,
above.
exactly. Yeah, it's really different.
And then Big, they were playing with Keto for like another event. Like he keeps standing in, like even though
Yeah,
even though he's like familiar with the team, it's just like we'll talk about Cologne later, but he's gonna be there instead of Favin. But he actually played really good. Like he played really good.
I
Do-
mean,
do you
Tizian
guys-
is a surprise for me at least. Like Tizian has been stepping up as of late.
Was somebody about to say something?
No,
I mean-
I was-
that's just one of
I was asking if you guys know what happened with Big, because every time I see them on HLTV, it's always a different player. Like I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, I think medical issues.
I know that. Yeah, Favin had some sort of a stomach issue. I know that. And I think beforehand it was Tizian, right? That had COVID.
Crimbo.
Crimbo.
Yeah, Crimbo.
Crimbo,
Yeah, he had
yeah.
COVID.
And then
he had COVID.
and Gabi had COVID too.
Yeah, he had
and
COVID. Yeah,
Keto was standing in for a coach.
yeah. So
You guys-
he's just there.
You all thought 6-man rosters were dead, huh?
Yeah.
All right. Anybody have any other comments about Roobet?
Their whole Roobet.
Not really.
Hmm.
Not really, yeah.
It was pretty just an online event. Sums up online event.
It was just there.
I'm
It was
just
there.
I'm just surprised FaZe showed all that. Like innersh1ne, you guys showed a lot of new stuff.
Yeah, you guys did.
So
Well,
right
it was,
before Cologne. Yeah.
It was a big practice for us before Cologne. Yes.
Is that what
We,
you would mostly say? It was like a practice, like just practice the stuff.
Yes,
out for
just to
Cologne?
keep focus, and yeah, we are preparing some stuff for Cologne.
That's what I summed up
Some
from the
more
event.
stuff.
That it was more just like a practice event for all these teams for before Cologne, the big one.
Yeah, because the break would be too big. Well, nearly 3 weeks or something like this.
All right. I think we pretty much overall hit Roobet. Let's go move forward to the event that's actually happening right now. ESL Challenger Valencia.
You
Yeah,
guys
it's in the-
hit me with the feels, eh? We were so close.
Grand finals
Wait.
going on right now.
Yeah, it's
Can we
great.
skip this event or no?
No, it's
Maybe
happening.
skip it.
Maybe we wait, keep it for later because it might be
Okay.
over.
Yeah,
it might be
you're
over
right,
in a
you're
bit,
right.
and then we can
What-
talk
what's,
about
what's
we can
the
talk about who
score?
won.
It's
Right now, it's going to map 3.
Wait, scroll down a little before it's like outside.
Oh, it's going to map
Movistar-
3. Yeah.
Movistar-
We could
Okay,
talk.
we'll come
Movistar
back.
Riders will win.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so as well. They're looking very strong right now.
All right, we'll come back to it really fast. We'll wait for map 3. We'll keep updated. So
What's
we'll
map 3? Hold on. Let's go.
Vertigo.
Come on.
Vertigo.
Vertigo. Ooh.
Okay. Ooh, do some predictions. That's
Movistar for sure.
Movistar.
sure.
Both teams are good on Vertigo.
I'm gonna go the out pick. I'm gonna hit outsiders. Game time.
I like Movistar's play style in general, like on a map like Vertigo. So,
Yeah.
I mean,
I go outsiders.
Outsiders.
you have a bunch of
As
people
well.
holding angles versus a bunch of people who like pushing. So I don't know.
We'll come back to it after the winner. So. All right, we'll press it on pause. Let's move forward to the ESL, the Challenger, the NA, and the EU tournaments. This happened.
Well, Bray, anything to say on how you guys did this season?
That's all you.
Oh. Oh, that's all me. Okay, you guys are waiting on me.
All you right there.
There you are.
Yeah, we have done very good this season. We obviously expected to win, but I'd say it's just hard with the climate that NA is at right now, at least in terms of practice and officials and all that. Like Payne is traveling a lot to Europe and having that next step of their game, closing down a lot of gaps. So it's very, very difficult to beat them. But we were close. We kind of threw in the finals as well. We were super close. We should have won the first map. But generally, that's a really good run for us, and obviously getting second place in a tournament like that kind of gets you a chance at ESL Pro League conference with the whole like clash of dates and all of that. So we are still in the conversation for the conference. Obviously, like we think that as well. We got Melbourne coming up as well, the ESL Challenger Melbourne qualifier. So yeah, I mean we had a 16-5 map difference on HLTV the last month. We were doing great. We were very happy with our performance, and we were only a team for 2 months.
That's really good that you guys have been playing super well. Like you guys have been in some like Brazilian teams too, right? Like GODSENT.
Yeah.
GODSENT right now was on like the breaking up. So, but still, you still beat them, and you perform very very well.
Yeah, we beat GODSENT. We took a map off of Pain, and I believe it was the Valencia qualifier actually. But yeah, we are very happy with the season, and we are finally at a point where we beat all the teams that we should beat. It's just that next step we gotta take.
Yeah, you've come so close too. It's just like unbelievable. I don't know, man. Watching you guys play is fun though, all the time.
Any shot of being EG's 4th team?
Oh no, no way, no,
Okay,
no,
dude.
no. We'll take the main team though. We'll take the main team.
Wait, you don't want EJ.ATK number 4 and to have that huge roster of we can add Swisher into that lineup when Stewie goes to Valorant. You don't want that?
I mean, let's do it like that. So we'll be the first team, and we'll go to all the big events, and all the other guys can just sit tight and wait.
I like that.
All right, guys, that's enough for the NA. Let's quickly cover EU. Falcons took the 3-0 over WOOD7. What's interesting about Falcons is that they were rumored to make roster moves.
What was that, Almanac?
They're still rumored to make them.
Yeah. I'm not sure who's coming in, but I know Kyojin is being removed. But still, them winning this is it's crazy because is there like a team buff when like teams know like you're breaking up? You just like play more loose. Would you say, or no? Not really. Yeah.
I don't think so. I think that it's just a mental block that's going away in your head. I think Yel can also say, as a player, like if a team is breaking it, like you know that you're not continuing together, you're still playing like you practiced, but there's no like weight on your shoulders at this point.
Yeah, I agree with you. You take off the weight and the pressure from you.
I think that
it's just more enjoyable to play.
That's what happened with Liquid in that Blast event, where they knew roster changes were coming and they were able to upset NIP. And
look at Vitality. Yeah. What was it? The Pro League?
What happened there?
When they won. They won or second place. I don't remember. Like right before they not disbanded, but they made the changes with the Danish guys and everything. They had like a really good tournament. I think it was Pro League.
I mean, I remember there's so many different examples of that. Yeah. I mean, there's like I remember. I mean, another Liquid example is when they were booting Twists. If you remember, what Global Challenge 2020? I don't know. That was like so. end of 2020. They placed second in that event when like they probably should have just bombed out. I don't know what it is. I mean, honestly, it happens more often than not. I swear. I know it's happened to ENCE a couple times. I don't know, just like historically speaking, that's just like something that comes up a lot. So, I mean, not just the player, I guess not just the player perspective here, but I guess just in general, it happens all the time.
Should we be surprised? Playing with the stand-in. Not really, even playing with the stand-in, like look at ENCE, look at OG, for example. They've done great because they've done great because they don't have that pressure on them. You know, you just come out, you play, you have fun, you know that you got your stuff done, and you just have fun. And it's an enjoyable game at this point, and you win, you lose, but there's no hard feelings.
Yeah, I mean, also, going back to Challenger League 41, why is it always that like the tier 1, quote unquote tier 1 teams never seem to ever win their Challenger League? Like Movistar Riders are playing in this, Entropic are playing in this. You might even give like Sprout a shout. Or Copenhagen Flames. Copenhagen Flames got relegated. Well, I feel like the teams who always play in this, like the tier 1 teams, quote unquote, never ever get their pro league invite. They have to always take the hard way.
Maybe because it's online.
Probably.
Not really. I'd say
No.
it's a very drastic change to a playstyle between the tier 2, 3 teams to tier 1. I'd say it's way easier to play against tier 1 teams.
I agree, 100%.
Against tier 2 teams, it's very like they have a lot of stuff, and there's so many like different play styles, and it's so hard to get a read. Where in tier 1 teams, it's just whatever makes sense is happening, basically.
That's a good answer. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, and there's a lot of tier 2 and 3 teams, so you prepare for like Wisla Krakow, and then you have to play against Movestars. It's completely different, you know. So it's you always have to keep watching them and then change a lot of stuff that you do. So it's really hard.
I mean, it's like the metaphor, at least when, you know, the person who's like 2 face at level higher than you, or like, I don't know, 2000 elo higher than you says, you know, oh, they're so bad that I can't get a read on them, or something like that. If you know what I mean, like they're just running through smokes or something like that.
Yeah,
That
I mean,
actually
you
makes
got a lot
sense.
of different playstyles though, but yeah, it kind of makes sense.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm just putting it into context. All right, I'm like your average redditor here. Okay, so like, but
Yeah, I get the gist. It's just kind of like
Get
when you verse in that like those opponents, you don't get the read from it. And speaking of that, I think that goes to the next topic we're gonna literally bring up. It's like the Republic League Season 3 title where ex Mad Lions legit won over Fnatic. That's
War
not
2K's a Smurf.
War 2K is he's a beast.
Bro, I was messaging Spray. I'm like, Cole should pick up
Yeah,
Woro. And you're like,
yeah.
why? I'm like, oh, he's
I
good.
was trolling you, man. You
Oh,
gotta know
okay.
me by this point. Come on.
Yeah.
like that event. I got the same
Bad
feeling.
News Eagles fallen though since the major online wise.
Well,
they
there was some stuff.
They just got in finals yesterday against Heat in the.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't know. It seems like, for me from the outside, I think that they're playing too much right now. Obviously, they don't have a sponsor.
Yeah,
which is a big thing.
We had their coach in secretly a couple weeks ago, and they later said they're playing nonstop until the player break, which I think that does put a toll onto them.
I mean, that also happens with lower tier teams because you don't get invites and stuff. And yeah. But Fnatic threw the finals. They were up 12-0 in game 1, and then they lost that map.
Then War 2K came in.
Yeah. How did he finish?
CT side hopping.
Wow.
Easy.
Yeah,
Plus 36, 100 ADR, 1.51 rating.
That was pretty much the explanation. Wow.
Yeah.
On the other hand, Roy leading the way. Crimson Keep are down below. And Mezzi.
I mean, I love Bad News Eagles to narrow down their invites and tournaments and start winning more, because I think that they have a lot of potential.
Let's
Sajka, click on Mirage and click on Counter Terrorist and just look at War 2K stats.
Okay, there we go. 26-6.
26-6 on CT side.
Let's So FaZe played B&E in the last major, right, innersh1ne? Oh, you're muted.
Yeah, we play attention, and we play attention, and it was like easy one for us, 16-4 or 16-5, something like this.
Can you tell us anything about B&E? Did you when you did your prep
not
work?
Much. Yes, I mean, just honestly, they just clicking heads very. Sorry, they just clicking heads very hard and like nothing special from tactical side. Just sometimes, well, when you get your play going good way, you get very good confidence, and this was the key. This is the key moment for them. They're just confident,
Mhm.
and that's it. Nothing special like in
Would you say
from
when they
tactical side.
would you say that when they got like what's the word? When they qualified for the legend spot, they were just like super ass confident. That's what most of you will say. Like any team that gets the legend spot, like the final 16 of the major, you would just say like they're gonna put up confidence, but sometimes you need the tactics, right?
Honestly, like I mean, yes, and from my point of view, Bad News Eagles, just my opinion, they got lucky. I think, if I'm not mistaken, qualifying for major because they met Sinners, yeah, in a 2-2 match. So, and Sinners basically, as usual, choking important games. So, but yeah, it was a good run by Bad News Eagles.
All right. Thank you for your input there, innersh1ne. Anybody have any last words about this event here? Did anybody watch it? I didn't.
I
just
No, I didn't.
I just saw the
Didn't
fun.
really.
I paid attention to it
Yeah.
a bit, and I checked out a couple of the games, but I wasn't like
I was sitting down.
I wasn't like no lifing the event.
Yeah.
Is the way I'll phrase it.
I
I wasn't NarT out hearing.
I do have a
Yeah.
comment though. I was watching a demo from this playoff. It was Ancient. I was watching 7 rounds of it, and then like I realized, I'm like, this is the old Ancient still. So I was like, oh my god, I just wasted my time. So yeah.
Come up with tips for old Ancient. Tips from days gone by.
Hey guys, it's NartOutHere.
Okay.
Here's some useless tips that are totally irrelevant.
I wasted 7 hours.
Enjoy.
I wasted an hour of my life watching old Ancient. All right, we'll get off breaking off NarT out here. Let's move on to the news that came a couple days ago. It was the CSPAA summer dates.
Ah boy.
That was the biggest joke of the year so far, I think, because like a lot of people are not happy with what's going on, and from what I know, like not that many people got asked and like approved this vote. So
yeah, so
it makes my sense,
uh-huh.
and it's probably will be cancelled. I think moved back. I don't know, because it's just bullshit.
June 12th to July 9th, and then apparently they didn't consult with a lot of orgs and players, because I saw Twist say something.
Kerrigan, you can literally say Kerrigan right there.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, G2, like everyone's here.
Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I mean, I think like if you're doing it like that, you just gotta like send a poll to all the pro teams and see what they prefer.
Wait, hey, NarT, scroll down a little. I think Ocelot's thing sums it up perfectly.
Oh,
it's
yeah, LMAO.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right there.
But what are, like, help me understand, what is it, the dates that people are unhappy with? Is it people they're not consulting? I know the consulting part, but are those bad? Are those bad dates?
I think
both.
Yeah, okay.
Both.
What makes them bad dates?
Because it doesn't make any sense. Like, I mean, to move like this. The question was like, essential question is to move major dates, not player break dates, right?
Okay.
Because now major is happening like in the middle of the season, right? And it would be very logical to have a player break right after the major.
Yeah.
Like, but it's not the right way, yeah, to move to move player break. I think it's a really bad move. One more bad move by CSPAA.
I think I believe that right after the major there should just be like no tournaments, big ass player.
Yeah, that's what I said on the first show.
Yeah.
When
I don't know why they don't do that.
Yeah, I mean, I think that there should be a break after the major, but it obviously like it just gotta be between Valve and
just make
players.
Make Cologne a major, and that's it. And you have a player break after it. Nice.
Yeah,
you heard it here first.
That would be good.
Cologne every major.
Yeah.
All right.
Is there anything else on this stuff, you guys, or is everyone agrees this is pretty much a fucking joke, right?
I mean,
Yeah.
I mean, they are beating CSPPA's ass in the quote retweets. I will say that. So don't check out the quote retweets. We'll go ahead. I think it's good to move on.
We'll move on.
NarT is tempted now.
I'm not risking it.
We'll move on to the pretty much like the biggest like roster change of the week. It was the GODSENT trio moving to 0-0 Nation. Yell, you have any input on this?
Dumao is a beast. And he will probably be the best player in Brazil.
First, who did they get removed of and who did they add?
They removed Malbs. Who did they remove?
VSM.
And Leo Drunky.
Leo Drunk, yeah.
Okay, and then they added
I don't know.
Core.
I would keep Malbs though. Malbs is a beast.
I mean, but who are you gonna take out?
I don't know.
They also.
I
mean,
I wouldn't.
Barden
I wouldn't.
is also a beast, and he.
Yeah.
Stayed.
Bartin is always
They also were initially going to remove Try too. I heard the news, rumors, right? And then something happened. They kept them.
Barden or Henny.
Yeah, they would get NKZ, I think, but NKZ prefer 90 or am I mistaken?
I think he went to 90. He went to 90.
Yeah. And he's oh my god, he played amazing in Roobet.
This guy's really good as well.
Yeah.
Really young and he's also a beast. But I think Dumao is gonna be the best. Yeah, I didn't play with him, but we have been in Serbia a lot in Relog, and every time I was there, he was the first one to came to the PCs and the last one to leave. So he watched a lot of demos, and I mean, if you look his stats right now, he's destroying, and it's all part of his hard work and understanding of the game. He probably watched you a lot, NarT.
I mean, I had to come to their house to grab something that they brought me back from EU, and it was like 9 a.m. and he was already up on his PC.
Yeah.
So I mean, he definitely grinds. And the biggest from this, in my opinion, like the biggest take from me is Taco and Chucky, like the leadership and the coaching staff. I think that's what 0-0 Nation needed, and you could see that like in their gameplay, at least now in Valencia. Like I think that Taco is a very underrated leader.
I agree with you. I think Taco will help take out the things from the Code Zero shoulders, you know. I think on 0-0, Code Zero had to do like everything, teach everybody, but now with Taco, I think it's gonna be easier for him. And also, I think Code shouldn't be IGL. I think he's an amazing player with the second calling role, and I think he put the captain on Taco and then play his game, because we all know that Code Zero is a beast as well.
So Taco is IGLing.
I'm not sure who is IGLing.
I think he is. I think he is. I'm pretty sure like it doesn't make sense to bring him without that. Right?
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, the only thing for me is that now they're not practicing in NA anymore. We were like their main scrim partners, and it's kind of like it was fun to scrim them. Definitely, like we learned a lot every time. But yeah, I mean, good luck to them. Like they're doing great. I've seen them play like with little practice. They play amazing right now.
You think this team can compete, like go far, go up against the HLTV rankings, actually compete against the tier 1 guys, like really high up? Like, you think they can dethrone Furia?
Yeah, I think. Yeah, I think they can. I think Furia is very inconsistent with their playstyle. I think that they could very like be in the tier 1 conversation. Probably most likely the best Brazilian team right now with time, in my opinion.
I disagree with you. I think Furia individually is still like, even though maybe 0-0 Nation like is like better with teamwork down the road, I just think individually Furia, Queserato, Yuri, sometimes Art, they're just too strong in that aspect. But they are,
but it's up and down. That's the thing.
Yeah.
Their playstyle is so up and down that you
true.
can't consistently like build on it to win your games.
And from the old GODSENT guys, like Henny, what's gonna happen with them?
They're currently benched. I've heard that GODSENT is in talks with a bunch of rosters, so I guess it's just time.
Oh, they're staying in CS.
Yeah.
Yeah, they said they are. Yell's gonna get picked up, right?
I'm pretty sure that Henny and Lucas will make a team and play at the major qualifier.
Mm-hmm.
Them together. Of course, there was also Phelps in that lineup, which is one of the best players I play with. He was also on GODSENT. He was benched on GODSENT, and he's making a project with Woody.
Woody,
That was on my BR.
There we go.
So they're teaming up. The twins are teaming up as well. So there's a lot of going on.
a lot of
Yeah.
In Brazil.
So
Yeah.
you brought up the news over there, Nart, and also there's like Wood, Phelps, Lux, but there's rumors that VSM might join this team as well, and the other player I really don't know.
I mean, Woody impressed me, honestly. Like, he couldn't speak English. I met him in real life, but he impressed me with like the way that he called. So that team could be really good.
Yeah, this team can definitely be good.
A lot of shuffles in the Brazil scene, which I like. I like seeing roster moves. That's all.
Not to discredit the NA and SA qualifiers and all that. Compared to EU, though, I feel like any team, can go through to the RMR.
I mean, NA is I think quite a joke now with the EG move.
I think let's
because
be real. I think it's more an SA RMR, not even real an NA anymore.
What is going to happen?
We're not an NA team.
Yeah.
What is going to happen with EG?
Let's be honest.
With EG, yes.
Only one team
Only
plays.
their main roster.
Yeah.
And,
but I mean, are the players agreed with that? Like, what the fuck is it?
As far as I know, the EG Academy roster is the Carpe Diem one is for NA events mainly, and the Party Astronauts is for like the close qualifiers and the EU events, like the small ones. Then the main roster is for the big events. But that like makes zero sense because
yes.
You cut two good teams from the RMR right now, which makes a free way for anyone basically right now.
Yeah, well, the main roster, they're trying to, qualify, so that's their big brain move right there. Evil geniuses.
Take out the team that beats you so easy.
But then you have no teams left basically. Like you're probably gonna get an advanced team qualifying to the major.
No, I love it. Every week we just shit on EG. It's like the best.
I love the players, dude. I love the players.
No, we're all happy that they're getting contracts.
they're getting paid.
The players I like. I'm never shitting on a player. I shit on the org. The org I can make fun of as much as I want. The dumbest org.
I think it's a very dumb decision to do that. Like have three lineups and none of them could play. Like only one can play the major.
All right, so let's get off EG for a little bit. We'll speak us a little more roster moves in Brazil. Lucan got signed up with Leviathan.
I didn't even know about it until now. That's crazy. That's crazy.
Lucan is a beast.
He's really good. Yeah.
Well, this team here, is he main opping or is there an opper on this team? Is it
Johnny Boy is an opper as well, but he's also EGL. But I mean, Lucan is a really good rifle, and he was rifle the whole time. When he came to 9Z, he started to pick up the op, and he was great as well. But I don't know. I think Johnny Boy will keep the op. Not sure. But this guy is also good. Tommy Chad has a really good aim. Lucan and Mayern, you guys know already.
Yeah.
I think it's a good team.
Maybe they'll be good at us too. Two double ops, Are
we gonna get Are we gonna get a little Brazil Argentina rivalry with this? It'd be pretty cool.
Maybe. I was actually called to join this team, but way before. But when I left my BR, yeah. When they had some Brazilians in the lineup and then they wanted to change, but we couldn't find a good way to do it. So
I think the way how the RMR and NA is, I think they can make it.
I think this team
for
can
sure.
do damage. This team can do damage in an RMR. I feel like they can definitely give themselves a chance, like the pull a 9Z.
Oh yeah.
But I think 9Z aren't going to be pulling a 9Z. I think they're going to I think 9Z is like a genuinely really good team these days.
They're safe now.
Oh yeah, from watching them at Roobet.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, did they beat Cloud9 or did they lose in the close fashion? I can't remember.
They
lost, I'm
lose,
pretty
but
sure.
they
lost.
Okay.
That was
they made a
very
map on
close.
them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they slaughtered Furia twice.
Yeah.
So-
Oh, that was even more crazy that they beat Furia
Furia.
twice.
Well, I do
best
not
of
know what's
threes.
happening with Furia. Well, I guess we get into that a
Well,
little bit later.
I know.
We'll see.
but,
We'll see. We'll hit that one with Cologne.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. There's one more other roster change that just happened. It was the HAVU benchings of Slowy and Otto.
Yeah, I don't know.
They've been there forever.
Yeah, I know. Well, not Otto, but Slowy. Like literally, I think it's literally been his only pro team.
Yeah, but
Basic.
they didn't do that well as of recent. So
I haven't heard much from HAVU like for the past year. Like the last time I heard something was when they beat Gambit a couple times online last year, I think, in some tournaments, but that's it. I know they made
I'm just wondering what's they going to do next, because I don't know, pick up some Finnish producers.
Who I don't know. I don't know this the Finnish scene, so I don't know who's coming up.
I think it's quite like the Israeli scene, to be fair. Like you can't really put a team together. It's more like individuals scattered around.
You gotta mix it up a little, go international.
Yeah. In my opinion, it is. Because like Israelis, I mean, they're good. You have Flamesy, you have Spinks. But if you put a team together right now, in my opinion, like it just wouldn't work. I think it's the same for like the smaller scenes where you don't really have a lot of talent. It's good to mix and match with the international players, in my opinion.
Is Sergey still playing? Is he still with that Flusha or not the Flusha? Sunny roster?
I think yes.
I don't.
There was a
so.
meme. There was a meme. Sunny and Sergey camping in the woods. So who knows what they're doing?
Hold on. Let me send you this.
Okay.
Let me send you this in the chat, and you can put that on stream.
Okay, but we can move forward until
that's where Sergey is at.
Was it in Gorillas?
All right. Like this guy just disappeared.
I know.
And
he's like 19 still, or like 20.
Oh, he didn't disappear. He had like an army obligation.
Yeah, he had military, right?
Yeah, military.
For a year.
I mean, for 1 year, it's been like 3 years or something. I don't know.
I think he's done,
it's
though.
been the Israeli military, man. But I don't know.
Has he been like the biggest fall off?
I think so. I think in terms of players, yeah.
Yeah, most recently.
I think he just didn't get like the opportunity again at this point. Like after he came back.
Yeah, that's why.
I mean, HAVU is looking for two.
We have to keep eye on his brother, Jim Fat. His WAC expired already. I don't know. I think expired in January, maybe. He is insane. But he's in Mouse Academy. I don't think he will switch to HAVU.
15 years old. Holy shit.
Is he playing good?
He's annihilating.
Oh, he is? Oh, okay.
Jim is a beast.
Okay. So he's one to look out for the future then.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Faye's gonna pick him up soon. That's the rumor.
Faye's young.
I will tell Brock.
Faye's Academy team. That's incoming. All right.
I mean, if Brokey doesn't feel well in innersh1ne, you can just call him up, you know?
All right, moving on. Happening on Friday, STANISLAW had a tweet. Try to read it. It says, "Hi everyone, with the off-season approaching, I like to put myself forward for consideration for any teams. Overall, he's looking again for an upcoming team. Is there any shot, any team, any ones that pick up STANISLAW?"
I don't really think so. I mean, we've competed against B-Hop for the past 2 seasons, right? And honestly, like he is a decent leader, like in-game leader, in terms of like the way that he played against us and stuff. But I don't think he evolved. I think it was more of a break for him, which is weird because he played a lot of matches. But I hope he finds a team. I just don't know if anyone needs him right now.
Maybe Yell can give us some insight. Yell, you've played against STANISLAW multiple times in your career, right?
Yeah, I think he's a good leader, as Spray talk about, and I think NA needs someone like STANISLAW, because I mean he played Tier 1 for like his whole career. That would be good for like even EG. I think. I mean, nothing's working for them, right? The main roster.
They already have someone.
Oh,
Most likely.
okay.
Oh.
Spray has inside info.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right.
Yes,
They've been
there is some
practicing
info.
from some.
Wait,
Yeah,
innersh1ne,
they've been
you know
practicing
too?
with,
Oh, okay.
Yes.
They've been practicing
Okay.
with someone from Europe.
Okay.
in
Alex
Gamer.
confirmed. All right.
How about
Okay.
complexity?
Can you actually call it Europe? Europe? I don't know.
Oh.
I'm not sure.
Oh,
Oh,
Oh, okay.
yeah, I'm not sure. But yeah, I mean, yeah.
It's Alex if
generally
it's not Euro. UK confirmed.
They already started practicing.
Is
We've
there
practiced them a couple of times.
is there any shot of like you think he has a shot of going to complexity?
No.
No,
I-
JT I think is fine.
JT,
I think JT is good. I think that team, honestly, like
we
I'm
all
good friends with them,
Mm-hmm.
but I think the way that everything like crumbled in terms of junior and everything, and the players not being happy, has affected not only junior, obviously. Like, I think it's pretty obvious that he'll get cut soon. Like, I don't know anything about it, but
Yeah.
from my eyes, it's pretty obvious.
Yeah,
But I think that the other players are starting to get frustrated as well at this point. And in my opinion, I don't really know if just junior is enough to make them better for a roster move.
When you say
So they need
frustrated,
firepower.
Spray, what are you frustrated with him? Frustrated with what?
I think the results.
With the results.
Oh yeah, I know
with
that they
everything.
haven't been winning, so
Yeah, I mean, it's got to be a mental toll, and some people might start questioning stuff.
I mean, from watching Complexity, it is very painful just to watch
is.
them.
It
To play the situation tactically correct, but literally just fuck up the shot.
And how?
I've
oh
seen
my
Fang
god,
just
they're so
It is
inconsistent.
so- it's
like
not,
each
it's not
player
even,
too.
and they have
mean,
the
it's-
talent to compete. It's just they fumble.
what I say that is I've watched their last game, and Fang, he's my boy. I love him, but it seemed like he just broke down like towards the end. He just rushed through the jump up smoke and on overpass like solo like 3v3. He just jumped out and died, and I was like, huh? So I was like, those guys are already
They're
like,
checked
lost.
out.
Yeah. So
They're
I
just-
don't know. I don't know what
They're
will
just
happen with
super
them.
like
But
each player can like they have their moments and then like they just disappear. It's just like it's weird. It's not consistent.
yeah.
it's just,
Alright, guys.
it's just very depressing watching them play. I mean, some just like huge, impactful, perfect positioning. But then there's just something mental, something I just don't know. I just don't know. I think Cole played, tactically speaking, decent CS. They get themselves in a good positions to frag out. But if it's a different player in that position, they might get a multi kill. But then it's just a zero, going for zero basically. It
I
hurts.
mean, I hope they succeed because I
I
love
want
the
them to
boys.
succeed.
I obviously was with them for a long time, but I mean, in my eyes, it's painful, like you said, and I mean, for me, it was kind of a goal since we came to NA because it's my previous team to kind of go over them in the rankings, and we're getting closer. But I didn't want it to happen in that fashion. I want them to be competitive and competitive in Europe, and I want to be a good complexity team.
I have seen big potential in complexity in this roster. I thought they will do really good, and yeah, my hopes. Thank you for breaking it.
I mean,
down.
on paper, they're still strong.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. I'm not sure what's wrong with them, but again, as Spray said, I'm just not that good aware of what's happening inside of complexity. So yeah, that makes sense. What Spray said.
I think we hit on complexity. We hit pretty much on the weekly recap besides Valencia. But let me update the score really fast because we're not gonna talk about it, but we'll talk about it after the winnings. Movie Stars, I think winning right now is 6-5.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah. So
And they're on the T side. There you go. innersh1ne, we're getting there.
Yeah, I'm sure, like 100% that Movistar will win this.
we'll come back to it once it's over. But let's move forward to some of the interview questions. We'll start with VL, and then we'll move on.
All right.
All right, man.
Ooh.
First off, welcome to the podcast, and thank you for coming.
Thank you.
All
I'm
right.
glad to be here with you guys.
good to hear. Now, you've been playing CS long time. LG, Ince, Boom, Mibber, a lot of teams. What was your favorite memory? This isn't to be for every team. Just your favorite memory in general playing with some of these teams.
Playing with those teams, I think the best moment was qualifying for the major with INTZ. Nobody expected. Not even, I mean, we expected, but it was a surprise as well for us. We always believed, but it was a surprise for us. So it was a dream come true to play in the big stage, in the biggest tournament of CSGO. But I had good moments on LG2. I went to 2 finals in the DreamHacks. One I lost to Zaihu, and
The Vitality team, yeah.
yeah. I mean, he was starting, I think, and he just destroyed us. And I was like, okay, who is this guy? and he just became what he became. And the other one was we played Angus North with Mixo in Valencia, and we lost to them. But I mean, overall, it was a good thing. On Boom, we played mainly in Brazilian scene, but every tournament that we play in Brazil, we won. So our lineup was really strong. I believe that was the best lineup I've ever played with. It was me, Cello, SHD, Boats, and Phelps. It was a really good team. Everybody understood everything, and they could play any role that I wanted to them to play. So it was really good. Unfortunately, Phelps left us, and we couldn't go to my BR with Phelps. On my BR, we had some ups and downs. I mean, you guys probably know that, but overall, it was a good thing. My career not over yet, but it was a good thing.
Better not be. Like you hit up on some of the stuff. Like how did some of these teams break up? It's just like one player leaving and you just can't find a replacement.
So basically, on LG, when we brought the twins, we went to 2 finals, 2 LAN finals, which was really good. It was like 3 months or so. But I was like burned out, you know. I couldn't focus on the game. We were like getting better and better, but I couldn't play anymore. So I just called the LG manager and said, man, I cannot play anymore. And on that team, because there was things going on that team, like the twins are really good friends of mine outside of the game, but together they fight a lot with each other, and it's sometimes it's a mess.
It's brotherly love
So
fighting each other.
yeah, you know, brothers are like
Yeah,
they,
yeah.
they fight a lot, and
Oh yeah.
and sometimes they fight in games. So it was too much, and I mean, we were leaving. I was leaving. I was in LG for like 2 years or 3 years or something like that. So I was burned out. I didn't want to be there, and I asked to leave.
Yeah,
On
I remember.
INTs, you remember? Okay, go ahead.
I remember because we went to me and Nart went to IEM Chicago and we got your autograph and we got the twins autograph, all that stuff. So I remember that situation. Remember when I remember when you were in LG.
Yeah. I am Chicago. I mean, I think we finished top 8.
Yeah,
it
you
was
did.
it was good for us. We lost to Mouseport, which was really good team back then. And yeah, I mean, every CS team has some problems, and we couldn't fix it that time.
I mean, it takes a lot of mental fortitude to go through those stuff. We've had a lot of roster changes as well, so I can feel you on that one.
Exactly. If you don't have the strong mental, if you're not good with yourself, you're not gonna play good. It's crazy.
Even the greatest team, Astralis, eventually broke up.
Yeah.
It just shows.
I mean, you guys in LG looked super good. I remember I was still a young up and comer at that point, but you guys played super well, and I was always pleased to watch you guys play. But I mean, obviously things happen.
Yeah.
Sorry. Continue.
No, I was talking about INTZ was because KNG left to my BR. Boom Phelps left for GODSENT. And my BR, I mean, there's a lot of stuff. I mean, if I can tell you guys everything that happened, but I mean,
That'll be an
it's
hour.
crazy. Yeah, that would be long.
All right, we get off some of the depressing stuff. So, who was like your favorite teammate to play with when some of those teams?
Okay, okay. So the favorite player is the favorite and the best player is really hard.
No, your favorite. I don't want to go best.
My
I want your favorite.
my favorite player, I would say my best friend that I have, it's like Boats. I think Boats and SHZ are like really friends of mine. But I'm friends with everybody. But I would say Boats is the one that I make more contact, talk a lot about a lot of stuff outside of CS. So he's also a really good player. So it was really nice to play with him.
You got the best memories from playing with him.
Sorry.
You got your best memories playing with.
Oh,
obviously, right?
I mean, I played. The best memory would be on Boom because we won every tournament that we played. So
Yeah.
it's
You guys were like the Tai Lu back then of
Yeah.
SA,
it was
like
crazy.
a 30
Yeah.
win streak in Brazil or something like that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was really crazy. It's not gonna happen in Brazil anytime soon. We played like 10 tournaments and we won all 10. So and they were like strong teams like Sharks and 9Z with Try and Leo Drunk, VSM. Everybody was here and they couldn't beat us. They couldn't find a way to beat us. They were watching our demos, making anti-strat and everything, but we were just so strong. And I wish we could like put that lineup on my BR and try to show the world, but we couldn't because Phelps left.
Now, you brought up a little. How was playing in the major? Because obviously, not everyone's gonna play in the major. Every upcoming pro. How was actually playing in the major? How was the experience?
I mean, it was really fast for us because we lost 0-3, right?
But
But I mean, the feeling is amazing. You know, you're playing the biggest tournament in CS:GO, and you're playing against the best teams ever, and it's just amazing experience. I wish I could go to the stage, right? But I mean, it was so far away from us, so we were not. I mean, we didn't prepare really good to that major. And
I mean, back then
that
it was
happened.
harder as well. So
Yeah.
give yourself some credit.
Yeah.
The biggest moment I remember for you guys, Yell, was when when you guys qualified and your coach was celebrating like
you won.
like he won the championship. I remember he went
Yeah.
crazy. It was cool to see the passion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it was our dream, right?
Yeah.
I think it's
for everybody. Yeah, everybody that plays, except the guys from AG, you know.
Yeah.
But every player wants to be the major. Every place, I always want to have my sticker in the game forever. So, yeah, it was a dream come true.
Speaking of that, little joke question. You got your sticker signature on everything, right? On all your skins in the game.
Not on everything. Only my off today.
All right, there we go.
Yeah.
What are your current plans in the pro scene at the moment? We hit on it a little, but what's your current plans? You gonna do a last dance?
I don't know about the last
O
dance, but
progetto.
progetto. What is a
I think he's still
progetto?
young. I mean, why last dance? He has a lot of time left in him.
Yeah.
No. I'm old. Wait a minute. But
Nah.
so
You're not old. You're not old. You don't have any white hair. You're not old.
Yeah,
So
I'm starting to get white hair.
Yeah, no, we all are. Any aspirations? Come on.
so I have been out for like 8 months, like almost 10 months now. So it's a lot of time. But I had some calls from some teams. I had calls from B4, it's a Brazilian team. I had a call from Sharks, but I didn't feel like I was ready to come back. I've been living like in NA for like 6 years, and it's I mean Taco tweeted today about this. It's really hard for Brazilians to play CS because you get away from your family, your girlfriend, and everything for a long time. I mean, I saw Shocks tweeting that he was done because he was like 3 months. So I don't know how much time, but us Brazilians were like 6 years.
Yeah,
So we have no choice because we didn't have a scene. Now the scene is getting
you kind of
like
switched.
better. Yeah, there's a lot of spots in Brazil. So if another team in Brazil like GODSENT or Zero, not GODSENT, 0-0 or Imperial come back to Brazil, that one thing that I've heard that might happen next year, it's gonna be good for us. But that past time, it was really hard for us to leave there, and I was not ready to leave in Europe again with Sharks, so that's why I refused them. But I think Sharks has a great team, and I think we could do better if I was there, but I was not ready yet. So right now, I want to play this major, try to qualify for this major, and after that, we'll see. But there's a lot of going on outside my life as well, and outside CS. So
Yeah, like everyone does.
yeah.
Yeah. Is there any after, like you say, you retire from being a player? Any aspirations of being a coach?
I thought about it before, and I think could be a possibility. I don't discard this possibility. I would like to be a coach one day.
And get NarT as your personal analyst, so you can get
Yeah.
smokes. There we go.
I watch all his video already.
Thank
Even
you.
I'm not even playing. I'm watching. It's crazy.
Yeah, just getting a cup of coffee in the morning, chilling.
You mentioned a little. You want to team up with something, trying to fight for the Rio major. Is there anyone you want to team up with?
There's some players there are looking for players as well. Maybe one day me and KNG will reunited and I don't know. Let's see how it goes. Let's,
Now since I brought up Rio, and I want to know because I think NarT wants to know as well. How impactful is like the Brazilian region in CS? Like,
crazy.
Do they play anything else, or is this mostly just CS? Like, that's like they're pretty much.
CS I think is the main game in Brazil. Of course, there's the League of Legends is huge as well, and Valorant is growing. But CS is a huge passion for Brazil.
It's like football, right?
Yeah, back in 1.6, it was crazy. You go to the LAN cafes and Jesus Christ, I don't know how much money I spent going to São Paulo to play a tournament that didn't even pay my ticket back. Like it was really crazy. It was pure passion from Brazil, and it's paying off now with the growth of the scene and the spots coming up. I mean, it's really good to see that Brazil is getting recognized as a really good place to play CS.
Because I saw from the last major in Antwerp when it was Imperial, I was watching how Gulfstream was exploding.
Exactly.
That
exactly.
was like
Yeah, he had like 700K.
close to,
He's gonna
It's
hit
crazy.
over 1 million for this one for sure.
we talk. He's gonna hit 2 million.
Oh
Man.
yeah, yeah.
It's
I
crazy.
mean, I
1
love
million, I
Brazilian
think
fans.
it's
Insane.
gonna pick 1 million really easy. But dude, why do you put the major in an arena that has
That's
like
small.
10K
But
people?
put it on the Rio beach and have everyone watching it, like how the World Cup was. That would
No, not on the beach. Not on the beach. You gotta get some cooling for the players.
Jesus,
Alright.
get the Maracanã or some big stadium, man. It's I
Yeah,
mean
true.
you put 700K on the screen. Imagine you do the major here. You can put like 100K, and I'm 100% sure it's gonna get full. 100%.
I don't even think if even we have that stadium, I don't think those soundproof booths. Let's say Imperial or Furia play. I don't think those soundproof booths are gonna do shit.
Nah.
No, the Brazilian
They're gonna
fans
break.
yeah.
They're gonna break.
But I'm still in hope that they change the place. I don't know if it's possible, but I'm still in hope for it because Brazilian fans need a good
Need
a
good
good
show.
major. Yeah, good show. They need to put a good show, and they need it with a big stadium.
As I remember, the one with I think it was like an ESL Pro League match was like Cloud9 versus like
Yeah,
SK
SK.
back in the day.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was crazy, and that was a small little. That was like nothing compared to how this
Yeah.
used to be. Yeah.
Yeah. I was actually in the Antwerp major. I was covering for some website, and I stayed in the where the fans are.
Brazilian
And
section, right?
Yeah.
It was an amazing experience. I've never I never went to watch like a CS:GO tournament. I was just there playing, but it's really good. It's another atmosphere. It's really nice. If I don't qualify for this major, I'll probably be there. Yeah,
Oh, you gotta go. You gotta like live stream.
yeah.
Live stream. Just the crowd would be insane.
I'll be cheering.
Now, I want to know, what do you do outside CS? Like when you don't play CS, you like play soccer. What else? What are your passions?
Soccer. What the?
Sorry,
I-
football. Sorry, I am
What the
sorry for
hell?
that.
Okay,
He's
I'm
from
okay.
sorry.
NA. It's okay,
I'm
man.
from NA. I'm a freaking fan. But what do you do outside CS? Like, what are your other passions?
I used to play soccer a long time ago,
okay,
but
football.
Oh,
yeah, you know
my
that
God,
story.
he's
You
one
know,
of us.
I
He really
fucked
is
up
one
my
of us.
knee.
Oh.
Yes. I have four surgeries in my knee, my right knee.
Mm.
So right now I'm not like into play soccer, but I like to play other games. I like to play FIFA sometimes.
Now
Uh,
I gotta
a
bring.
little bit of chess.
Oh, I like chess.
Yeah.
I gotta bring up the big elephant. Do you play Valorant?
Sometimes I have a lot of friends of mine that play Valorant. They call me sometimes to play, but it's not like one
night and day.
time in a month or something.
There we go. It's you're never gonna go pro in that game, right?
Probably not.
Yeah.
I actually had some teams there calling me when I left, but I mean it's really hard to get into a game and learn everything from the beginning. I mean shooting is the same. It's almost the same, but you have to learn a lot of new strats, what each agent do. So I was like,
Screw that.
I don't want to go to
It's
that again.
It's Overwatch. Let's be real.
Yeah.
All right, man. Nard, do you have any other questions?
I think you covered it all. I wanted to hear more about what Yellow's up to, but he's not gonna disclose that right now. But he wants to play and qualify for the next major.
I love to
Yeah,
see
yeah,
him play.
yeah.
I want to see as many Brazilian teams as possible at the
yeah, we'll be there. Don't worry.
I want to see a lot.
Ooh, ATK.
Real.
Yeah,
Okay,
that's the plan.
My open team's gonna make it, guys.
We'll probably
Yeah, the
Just,
beer is on you.
Check in, guys. Check in. Casters United's making it. All right. Anyways, let's go.
All right. Thank you, Yo, so much.
Thank you, man.
All right, man. Hey, innersh1ne. Sorry for keeping you quiet for a little bit, but we have some questions for you.
Yep.
Let's say if no one knows, innersh1ne's an analyst for FaZe. So, like, how would you break down like an analyst role? What kind of stuff would an analyst do different compared to?
I mean, I think like in different teams, analysts doing different things, and it depends mostly. It depends on everything. Yes, on the organization, if it is on the coach, on the in-game leader. For FaZe, during the events, I usually do only anti-starting. Between the different things, I'm kind of like an independent unit. Doing some stuff, stats, sorry, fixing like small mechanical mistakes of the players, and just doing whatever my players, coach, or analyst want me to do.
So, like, before like an event, like, would an analyst, coach, and IGL kind of all work together, get all the kinks out before an event?
Well,
like the major, for example.
for the major,
For example,
I think it's not a good example because the previous major I was coaching, standing in as a coach, and this major Yeah, this major we had like head of operations standing in as a coach, so it's not a good.
Maybe like a let's say Rio, for example. Like what
Yeah,
like what
I think like taking Katowice. I like Katowice was the first one. I think not taking Stockholm major. I attended this phase, and I in the end I have decided for myself that I like it because it makes my work more efficient. Because like I'm afraid to talk to any player anytime. Like, of course, if they want to, I can't force them to anything. But it's actually very good to be there with the team, so I can make sure I can point out some things between the maps. Because heading into the game as a player, as a game leader, especially, like especially if it's best of 5, like it was final of Katowice.
Yeah.
You have so much in your head. I think Yell could understand me, and like well, to the end of the match, your head is about to explode.
Yeah,
and,
there's a lot of things that you tend to forget, and
yes, exactly.
It's always good to have someone to help you out.
Yeah,
Even as a coach, you forget stuff if it's a long match.
Yeah, because like with anti-starting, usually I'm doing like most of analysis. Of course, Kerrigan prepares game plan himself and watches the demos a lot. Robin brings up something from his side, but like the document, anti-document, I do myself. And I know like what my players would like to know.
Uh-huh.
And it's harder to do on the distance, honestly. But we found a way to communicate properly. So,
how is like a typical practice in boot camp for like a phase?
Either a boot camp or just a regular day, we start the day with some time, like tactical or demo review, fixing mistakes, something. It usually lasts up to 2 hours, like hour and a half, hour maybe. Then we have 2 matches. We have a dinner break, lunch break, sorry, and 3 matches after. So we have like 5 practice matches per day, and of course we have focus maps, 1 or 2 for one day. So like we do 3 maps, 3 Infernos, and like 2 random maps, for example.
That's like doing people's like that's like a legit a full-time job. If people
I wish we could do maps like that, dude.
Yeah.
Holy shit. In NA, it's whatever you get, you do.
Yeah, that's like organized, like strategy practice, like a job. It's,
yeah, I mean, I'm trying, but it's hard in NA.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, we have everything I think we need in phase, and we have good structure built by Kerrigan, by Robin, and I'm happy. Just my work here is to make the life of my coach, my in-game leader, and players easier, especially in-game leader, because Kerrigan is a very important part of the team, obviously, and I know that I think he does way more jobs than some in-game leaders. That's how I feel it.
What do you mean by that, though? What is
I mean the amount of efforts he put into every aspect of game is insane. And I think like his approach is so detailed. I mean, it's very hard to explain. It's just you have to be here in the team or just seeing how Kerrigan works.
Is Kerrigan the type of guy that will try to find that like new lineup, that new crazy utility that's trying to be done? Like he's the type of guy that'll do that. Like spend hours on.
They got Robs.
Yeah, I think, and I think the guys I know that some of the guys watching NartOut. So, yeah,
Rops is the man coming up with these crazy
Robs,
stuff.
Robs is. I mean, himself. Yeah, he does insane things in the game, and he's.
So
yeah, nothing to say more.
No, I'm gonna say this though. It's a joke. So like whenever like Robs, Kerrigan, or anyone on Face finds that crazy lineup, and when NarT breaks it down and makes a video on it, how like discouraging is that? Like,
I mean,
like God damn it.
I mean, everyone knows that
Yeah.
NartOut will find most of things. So, I mean, what's the point? Like,
you guys should just hire him so he doesn't do it. So you
Oh yeah, pay me on the table. Yeah.
Yeah, just keep him on the table. That's what you guys could do.
But myself, I watch NartOut, and I also watch Patrick, like with the boss, like kind of similar style. And yeah, I take some stuff for myself. I know some stuff that I would like to bring into the game.
Is he saying that he uses NartOutHere strats? Is FaZe using NartOutHere strats? Is that what I'm hearing?
No.
I think it's coming. I think it's coming there.
Okay. Yeah, close to it. Everyone's gonna be using NartOutHere strats.
Yeah.
I think most of the like tier 1, tier 2 teams watching NartOutHere and take something from his videos.
Mhm.
I think that's fair to say.
It's good.
I'm spending time watching demos. I'm finding new stuff.
Yeah,
then NarT gets a video with those stuff.
Yeah.
I show it to my team, and my team is like, "Oh, so you just watch NarT?" I'm like, "No,
Yeah.
I've literally spent time on the demo."
All right, let's all inflate NarT's
guys.
NarT's ego right here that he ruined.
I feel bad though, you know,
No, you
sometimes
don't.
because like,
Stealing people's jobs. dude.
I'm just like,
What's your
oh,
YouTube
they-
subscriber? What is your YouTube subscriber amount? You don't care.
yeah, I just find something, I show it, and
Exactly.
I think a really like back to the kind of the point of analyst topics, and I think a really big point. Like I'm like the perspective of a redditor here. Like I'm surrounded by fucking experts of the game, but one thing I think people don't really realize analysts do is that they actually have to adjust to their players. They don't just like spend all day staring at a screen and they just spit out anti-strats. The players also have to integrate the anti-strats in a different way, and that's kind of something I think the average viewer just kind of says, oh, okay, the analyst just sits at a table and just it's just a conveyor belt for anti-strats. But no, it actually has to be tailored to the team, and I think that's what like differentiates a good analyst versus an average one. I'm not sure if you can have any like touch base on that at all, innersh1ne.
What I can say, yes, is like I point out some things personally to the players when I like feel it's needed. And for example, yeah, I know that Russell Twist, he wants some specific stuff to know because like he spends a lot of time preparing to the match, checking the anti-strats. Like he's a very attentive player, and yeah, I mean that's a good thing that you said because you have to adjust to your players, to your team. Exactly.
Give us an example.
But I think.
Sorry, give us an example of what your player like. What Twist wants to know or something like.
I think no. Sorry.
competitive advantage is one thing to hold.
Yes,
this player will rotate at this time when this happens, right? Something like that, or reactionary stuff.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. Yes, I what I can share.
Okay.
Right. Let's keep it at that. Keep it at that.
I won't go into specifics, but like if you give them like some input, they're not gonna be like, man, they're gonna take it and like actually use it and like try to change with it. That's
like
I'll say
they
that.
trust you, right?
Hold on, let me check the viewer. Let me check the viewer list on Twitch, just seeing if Blade is in here. Let's make sure it's checking. Yeah, okay, we're good.
They trust your input, correct? I'll say that, right?
Something it just things that can be used instantly, and sometimes it's just like here's the thing, and like you think how you could use it.
Okay.
Because like it depends on it always depends on if players want to use something or no. you know.
I don't want to go into the breaking into phase and you getting in trouble. So we'll keep it on that.
Yeah, no, I don't think like there's
Yeah.
huge secrets, but
Yeah.
honestly, like I'm on the professional scene for
Yeah,
not
I get
that big time. I have no player experience. I have like just 2 years experience, 3 years. Oh, it's already 3 years. Wow, what the fuck? Of watching CS, of just improving every day, and sometimes I just surprised that I can do something like better than people with 10 years of experience in CS as who perform as analyst or assistant coach. Like not pointing out particular persons, but yeah, I'm just was very
saying, by
surprised
the way,
because like
guys, I'm better than everyone.
no, I'm not.
It's number
It's all
one.
good.
I know there are some very solid guys, but like if there was a big rivalry, like a huge professional scene of analysts, of assistant coaches, yes, I wouldn't be here. I'm pretty sure. So yeah, it's better now, I think. But 3 years ago, 2 years ago, when I was just starting, it was like a way lower level, I think, in general, of the stuff that's surrounding the team in tactical and preparation side. I'm not sure, like I explained very clearly. Sorry, but
understood it.
yeah.
Yeah. If some people don't, they'll figure it out eventually. Is there any like aspirations or trying to become a coach at all?
Yes, I think I have came out publicly with it like 2 weeks ago, something maybe, because it was a big question for me, because being a coach is just a very different thing, of course, than being an analyst.
No, yeah.
And like the Stockholm major experience, of course, like the guys, I don't think they like blame me for something, because like what would you expect? It was my first one ever, first experience as a coach, and it was shit. It was a very controversial experience for me, insanely stressful. And the main goal for me was to answer myself if I can ever be the coach or no. And after the Stockholm major, I reflected a lot. What happened? What could I have done better? What I've done wrong? And I think like I want to become a coach in maybe next year or 2024, but I will just wait for the right opportunity to appear. Either it appear like in a month or in 2 years. We'll see. I have Kerrigan and Robin in the team, and the amount of experience I can grab is insane.
Yeah, you can also pick up NarT as an analyst.
I'm never going back to analyst work.
I mean, for an org
Why
for
not?
this kind, you want that.
Alright. I thought we spoke about it. You coming down to Mexico, right?
Oh yeah. You're supposed to a week back, man. You're supposed to.
Oh fuck. Sorry, my bad.
innersh1ne, I got one more question. It's kind of how FaZe has been performing of late. After the historic major you guys won, after the last couple events with IEM Dallas, Blast, and the Roobet, there's a little small dip. Like, how would you kind of explain that? Like, is the FaZe performing dip like kind of expected?
Well, we couldn't connect some things like with practice and rest after the major due to like first major things, because well, just it was not on us, and it was very hard to come back in a normal pace. And I think it's we just needed some time after the major, and I think we will show very different performance in Cologne from what like from how we played last 2-3 events. Because of course it's hard. You can't be like
Can't be
always
number one forever.
on a pick.
You can't win all the time. So
Yes, exactly. You can't be constantly on pick. Like so, yeah, it was a slight slump for us, but I think we will do way better at Cologne.
I honestly think you guys need to play a break because I think you guys worked hard, won the major. I believe you guys needed the player break right after it.
Yeah, I think so because everyone put
Everyone does. Yeah.
so much efforts.
I got a question, innersh1ne, about that.
Yep.
To be honest, when you guys went to IEM Dallas, because that my take on it was, if you guys lose this event, you guys gonna get a dip in performance because it was your guys' event to win, basically, at this point with all the stand-ins, right?
Well,
I mean, from the outside at least. The question
well,
is, was it
sorry.
affected actually, like in terms of your guys' performance were affected by, like, how can I say it, like disencouragement, like feeling frustrated from losing that event?
I would say that it was affected by that we actually had no like real practice before the Dallas. That's what I tried to say. Due to some unpredictable things. But it was a good chance to win IEM Dallas, but we were not like, maybe we were in half of our power at all points due to some reasons, and it was we couldn't practice a lot before the Dallas. That's it. That's what I would say. And we just basically went from the major straight to Dallas.
So it wasn't really a confidence hit. It was just a dip after the major because the amount of work that you guys put in.
Well, yes, I think yes, from my feeling.
Makes sense.
But
Reigns, like when he was interviewed after matches during these events, he would bring up what you were saying, innersh1ne, lack of practice. So
yeah.
Well, yes, it was just very tough schedule for us after the major. So player break should reset the guys. And I think we will just put again everything in Cologne, and that's it.
Is there anyone else? Any other questions? Because innersh1ne, you thank you so much because you actually broke down what a tier 1 analyst like work schedule is. That's kind of like a different than analyzing for a small team.
You are welcome. What can I say?
Thank you so much.
He just told us what he does, and we're like, wow, oh my god, are you kidding me? No way.
He does more. Like it's different than like a small, like analyzing for a small team. Like how much stuff FaZe does. It's like a real job compared to like some other people.
Yeah, I know. It's super cool.
Yeah, it is. All right.
Yeah, like we are always prepared to the games. That's what I want to say. Like from my side, from Robin's side, from Kerrigan's side, from everyone's side, we are like, in terms of preparation, we are always good.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think people don't really realize that though. Like people think that if FaZe plays like a tier 2 team, they're not really preparing for it. Like you gotta prepare for every team the same way.
Yeah, but also like you have to keep in mind that actually an opponent also prepares for you, and you never know what they will use.
Yeah,
what they read.
But, I mean, people just think that like the higher
Yeah.
team doesn't really put a lot of effort into the
like an average editor that we have here in podcast. Yeah.
All right. Thank you so much, man, and thank you for coming on the podcast. We're gonna get your input on the Cologne in a minute. Hey, Spray, I got a couple questions.
Yes, sir.
All right, man. We had Stickley on a couple weeks ago, and he kind of explained like, how would you explain the day-to-day of coaching CS team? Like I want to get your input.
I mean, for me, first of all, like every player I've coached, every team I've coached is a different approach. Obviously, you get different experience levels, and different people. Like you need to know how to talk to people, right? To get to them, and how to approach them. So that's number one. But for me right now, I'm just basically doing like everything. I'm kind of like also managing the team. I'm doing all the behind the scenes work. I'm also doing the analytical job. So like full on, like full fledged, everything is on me. I enjoy it, everything to make the team better, obviously. But for me, like the day would usually start in the morning. Let's talk NA schedule. So in the morning, anytime, I would have a couple of meetings, watch demos and stuff like that, prepare for the opponent, or bring stuff to practice, talk about mistakes and whatnot. Then we go into a server where me and Mistim talk about the night before what we're gonna do. We basically just show all the things that we want to show, fixes, whatever it is. We have a break. We make lunch, and we go into scrims. After two scrims, I'm noting down mistakes. We're talking about them, how we can improve them, close down the gaps, and we have 2 more scrims and do the same thing. And basically, that's like our practice schedule. In terms of an official schedule, I wake up in the morning, same thing. I just study the opponent, make sure I'm on par with what I know they do. And me and Mistim talk about a game plan. And afterwards, we just go into practice, like a warm-up practice, and then we just go straight to the match.
innersh1ne mentioned, like, I know in NA, you can't really pick like what map you kind of want to break down.
Yeah.
What map do you want to break? Like, what map do you want to practice the most?
What map do I want to practice the most?
Yeah,
Right now?
Yeah, right now. I'm just wondering.
Like, if I could improve a map.
Yeah, if you can, yeah.
It will probably be Ancient right now. I think that we're a very strong Ancient team, but I don't feel like a lot of NA teams play Ancient, especially the new one.
They don't.
Yeah.
Or
Vertigo as well, to be fair.
They usually play the big gamer maps.
Yeah.
What advice, like, during a tactical timeout, that's when a coach can actually like talk with the players. What advice do you usually tend to give to the players?
It depends on the moment, but
let's say like it's a 16-11, you're coming back up, and
16-11.
Sorry,
they already won.
13-11. My bad. I have no coffee today. 13-11, and you coming back won like 4 rounds, and they call a timeout. What type of advice would you give?
If we are like on the comeback and the other team calls a timeout and whatever, I would just reinforce what we were doing, which is obviously most likely something I've called the attack for at the previous time, like before we started coming back. Most likely, like I'm saying, okay, this is what we can exploit. This is what we should be doing, like sticking to our game plan and whatnot. And when they call attack, I either tell the guys, boys, just take a breather, let whatever happen. We continue to do whatever we do, or I just reinforce the things I said, and just make them feel better about themselves as players and how we play as a team as well.
Now let's do the reverse. You're blowing the lead, and you call a timeout. What's the advice that you give? You try.
If we are blowing the lead, I would take a pause and I would say, look, so this is the way that they exploit us. Obviously, we have a lot of setups, CT side rounds, whatever. I'd say this is what they exploit the most. We got to be careful in those areas. And I would always finish on a good note. I would always be like, when we are doing this, we're very good. We should keep doing this and whatever. And I'm trying to give like a lot of positive into my timeouts. And I try to also be inspirational. Sometimes I would take a timeout. I would say, guys, like after we won, like let's say, I think we won. It was the half against GODSENT. I just literally told the guys, you guys are better than them. I try to like bring them up. Just be there mentally, supporting them mentally, and obviously like the strats and everything has already been done, so there's nothing to add.
I have a question. Do you ever like call strats just out of a timeout, or like
Yes.
I think okay. Because I'm like, one of the things at least we think is like, oh, he's just like saying, click on him harder, get it together, boys, things like that. I'm just wondering, like, is it like a straight anti-strat? Are you like watching the game and you see something? It's like, okay, I'm gonna call the strat now, or
Yeah. So I would be like, I would talk about what's not working and what's working generally. As I said, always like a positive note. And towards the end, I'll be like, towards my in-game leader, mostly because obviously he'll still call the shots, right, in the game. But I'll be like, okay, so I'll break it down to 2 or 3 rounds that could work against this team that we have, like either default 1, default 2, and the strat. And I would be like, those things would work tremendously, so we can use all of them throughout the match. And then it comes off of like, okay, we're gonna do this now, basically.
Cool. I'll be taking that one for the broadcast. Thank you so much. Next time I cast ATK. Thank you.
Thank you. Problem.
All right. We joke. Like, what advice? Lastly, what advice would you give a newcomer to the NA scene specifically, from coaching or just a player in general? Like, what would you give them?
In general,
NA, not EU.
Yeah,
in
NA.
Breed. In Brazil's a different breed. NA is special.
Yeah.
So what advice would you give them?
Anyone, like, not coaching, just a player, anyone that comes into the scene, I'd say you just have to focus on yourself and not let the money talk, basically. I think that a lot of NA players want the money, want the bag, and don't want the process to it, right? Like, to get to it.
Win.
Yeah, you gotta like basically grind, and you gotta understand that most of the people that you're watching now, as Yale said, like 90% of their career they didn't get paid, and you gotta grind, and to get to a point where you want to get, you gotta just leave the money aside. Basically, just love the game.
That's the thing. I think everyone should take that advice. It's a game. You gotta love it first, not just take the money.
Yeah.
Good. All right. Thank you so much, man. You're always a great guest. All right, Fi. How you doing?
Oh my god, it's now. Look, like I'm looking at like we have a document full of questions here.
Oh,
It's
don't
like,
worry.
yo, he has like a whole page of questions.
Oh,
A whole page of questions.
Hey, quiet.
All right.
Calm down.
Sorry.
No, I'm gonna mention it right now. How is actually casted an event?
Yeah, so believe it or not, I cast things. I don't just interject on podcasts. Okay, so like, wow. I mean, that's a very open-ended question. How is casting an event? Well, I
be open-ended as you want.
Okay, so I mean, I sit in a chair, I put on these headphones, I speak into the microphone.
All right, don't be that detailed.
Okay, sorry.
No, what type of mic exactly? Just so we know, like
this is a Shure SM7B, and I'm using a Go XLR mini preamp.
What arm stand?
This will cost you probably like it'll go for like $600 for this audio setup.
So. And the arm stand itself, how much is the arm?
Oh, the boom is like 80.
Oh, damn. The chair?
We are not sponsored. I got
a lot of questions for you.
We gotta wait for sponsorships here. Come on.
I don't care about sponsors.
All right, but anyways, how's casting an event? I'll just say, like, I think it's more like, to start off, like, how you improve as a commentator. I mean, for me, I just sit in my chair and I do what I'm here to do. I do it. I commentate a game. I make the storylines. I react. I love watching CS. I think that's just the biggest thing. I love doing every second of it. I don't overthink it. I sit in my chair and I go by my principles and I commentate. Is the way to say it. It's like you sitting in your. It's like you guys doing your job. You sitting in as a player, and we know when it's. I do stuff outside of the broadcast. I watch back my replays. Like I try to improve. Just like you guys as players and as coaches or whatever you guys do.
You also got to study the teams.
Yeah. Exactly, right? Yeah, I do my prep, right? When I whenever I cast an event, in fact, I have it on my lap right now. Right now, these 2 pages are empty, but I have a whole section of preparation that I do for events. In terms of, players to highlight, things to talk about on broadcast. It's all the stuff that you put in behind the broadcast that makes it good. Dude, I can lecture you guys for days on end, but what I'll say is, like, when you're casting, it's like playing an official. Your first time casting, you're super afraid, you're super nervous, or maybe like your first time, playing on a LAN or something like that, you're super nervous. Same thing for me when I'm casting on LAN. But outside of that, you go ahead and cast, and it's another official. We just knock this one out, right? I think that's kind of the vibe.
How do you every casting in general? Every caster is different. Like, how do you try to make, like, your personality, your persona how do you like? What type of like? What's your like? Trying to word the question. You're like, how do you try to like get your persona into casting? Like,
So
you
like
you get the vibe I'm trying to say.
it's
right?
my personality. It's not like I'm a different person.
No, like
I think
you
like
have to show your personality in casting.
right, but I have to
Like,
also, know what I'm good at and apply that, right? To what my broadcasts are and apply a style. Like people talk about style as if it's like a conscious decision. Style is just, what you think is right and what you think is wrong. Like I don't like it when commentators talk over plays. Like, just have like a random conversation, over a gun round. Or not that I don't like it, but it's just not preferable. Some commentators are good and keep engaged, but when you stray away from the game, it kind of takes away from. So that's personal. I don't really like doing that. That's just an example. Sorry, repeat the question. I'm going off. I feel like I'm going off topic here.
it's fine. Go right ahead.
I feel like I heard you like you castled with someone and he started talking about something and you didn't reply. I remember that. I think I watched something like that.
Yeah, I mean sometimes I just let off, right? It's like it's like either that or it's like if there's not a play, it's just I kind of let it glide. He can pick it back up. He can talk about something else. Or maybe I just don't get his reference. I don't know.
Like who do you look up for casting? Like it can be outside of esports. Like it could be like a pro like caster. Like, do you try to get like that type of like for example, I don't like him, but Joe Buck, for example, he's a
yeah, of course. Everyone's a Joe Buck hater. For people who don't know who that is, he's just an NFL broadcaster who just gets a lot of hate.
Yeah, but like, do you try to like use use a reference point from a professional and trying to use that when casting?
So I mean, I don't like. You don't, as a commentator, it's the same as being like a player as well, and like you don't emulate someone's play 100%.
Yeah.
You can take elements of a broadcaster, like even in esports. I think the way SCrawny casts is super unique and super interesting. What he does with launers and stuff, and I'll take some elements of that, but I can't. If you're gonna emulate someone, like 100%, why shouldn't they just hire the actual thing? And the same goes for like Counterstrike. You're never gonna be as good as the original product. So I take elements. I have taken elements from other people, but for the most part, it's myself and my 7 years of watching Counterstrike, and and how I think plays should be drawn up. In terms of like idols, I mean, I give a good shout to Scrawny, in the way that he's commentated. I used to hate his casting, but I've grown to respect that a little bit. In terms of like outside of sport or outside of esports, Al Michaels in particular, is he's a football American football commentator, or mostly he's commentated other sports, but that's kind of like my shout.
You have casted Valorant events, right?
I have a couple, yeah.
All right, like what's the difference? Like,
wow, what a loaded question this one is.
No. What's more enjoyable? Do you actually like? Do you find Valorant casting?
I mean, he said he's been watching Counter-Strike for 6 years, so
yeah,
7 years now, yeah.
Like when you cast a Valorant event, do you come up with the bias like the game is so freaking?
Not really. I mean, I play both games. I will say, I enjoy Counter-Strike to cast, and the reason being is I don't know what it is about Counter-Strike, but it is so easy to. It's much easier and to come up with like narratives, and brands are easy to create in Counter-Strike. I think in Valorant, at least in North American Valorant, like I'm not a tier 1 commentator. I hope I didn't just shatter anyone's view of me already. But like
I'm going to cry.
Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry everyone. But like in tier 2, it's super hard, at least in Val. It's difficult to talk a because the thing is, it's hard to take unique things from Valorant because guess who's going to top frag every game? It's going to be the Jet. It's going to be the Duelist, and you can't really make anything out of that. At least maybe that's just my struggle. But I feel like, or that's just a small example as well. It's difficult to take highlights from games to make each game unique. From one end and the other.
Would you say like it's easier and kind of like easier to like cast a CS event to a person who has never played the game because you can explain it while casting like short end how in a CS event is, like how a CS match would go out. It's easier to do it than a Valorant matchup.
Yeah, I mean, when I was say casting ATK when they were playing the Blast Quali, I mean, Fady had a massive event. And that was the big talk of that broadcast. That was casting Spray's team. And that's what I wanted to. That's what I was able to bring up on broadcast. And that Bowden, I was talking about Bowden CT side opping throughout that event as well. There was a lot to break down, talk about. What's the impact? I think also the big thing about CS is that stats are way better. To be able to bring up on broadcast as well. So that's just my point of view.
You have more stats as well than Valorant.
Yes, more stats than Valorant and more quantifiable stats, like
cost and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yep. Rating. You can talk about rating all you want. Multi-kill percentage is something I always love to talk about.
Like opening duel percentage, like who wins the opening.
That exists in Valorant, but again, it's not like a huge surprise when you see a Jet with like 7 first kills. So it's like
when I watch Valorant, it's like you have a lot of plays you can't break down because a lot is happening, like literally a lot in CS as well, but it's more compact. Like you understand better what's happening. Where in Valorant it's just chaos. I think one thing that Valorant can profit off though is for people who can break down the plays. It does get very interesting. It's a game that is very interesting to nerd out about. But doing play-by-play is very difficult and it almost feels unrewarding as a viewer sometimes. But like people who can nerd out about Valorant like in a segment after the play where they break it down, I think there's a lot of potential there. But like in CS, people are like CS is such a, at least on paper, like to the average viewer. We're talking to the average. I'm talking to a bunch of professionals here. I understand. But to the average viewer, CS is a very, cut and dry game where, click head, throw smoke, throw nade, molly stuff. They don't really look at the mini map and see all the rotations and the positional play. So it's a Valorant is shit. That's
that's what we're all saying. Valorant shit.
All right, let's move on. I lecture. I know how to give a great lecture, guys. All right, let's move on.
All right, man. Thank you so much.
We all agree that Valorant is shit.
We all can agree that you want to coast the major, right?
Yeah. That's my goal. I do have a.
I honestly think you can do it because I can see in Cologne they're bringing up.
I see something here. I see something here, Saga.
Yeah.
Yell, me, and innersh1ne together. And Fi's there in a major in Rio.
Yo,
and I'm there with the cue cards just saying, "What's up, man? What's you guys doing?" You guys just talking. I get.
Yeah, you'll be the guy that's selling water on cards,
Yeah, that's
water
right. Perfect. All right, guys. We said we'll come back to it, and we will. We literally brought up ESL Challenger Valencia just ended like 10 minutes ago, and who predicted movie star writers to win? Who was that?
Me.
The Gods.
The Gods.
Well,
It was 14-11 to outside.
Yeah.
And they blew up.
I mean, me and innersh1ne just too smart.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw the score too. I saw 14-12.
Like,
okay,
just
Outsiders gonna win this. Then no.
Yep.
Just keep in mind.
Also thought, right?
Yeah, what was your prediction?
Outsiders.
I
said Outsiders.
Wait. So we have, if you're watching the stream right now, the left we had Outsiders and the right has goddamn. It's what a perfect layout.
Yeah, I mean it's fine. Yell hasn't been in the scene for a while. I forgive him.
Exactly.
I forgive him.
Any breakaways from this?
Yeah. Just remember that
innersh1ne.
Movistar Riders You hear me? Yeah.
Yeah,
No?
we hear you.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah. The Movistar Riders skipped Roobet Cup to play this event, and they won this fucking event. So
Yeah, they did.
actually, it was worse.
They did.
Can we take a moment to talk about the Brazilian teams?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Half the teams
boy.
in
No.
half the teams in the Brazilian teams got knocked out before playoffs.
All the
All
Yeah.
of them, didn't they?
Half
I
the
saw
teams there
people-
were Brazilian.
Yeah, I saw people talking that there was the most embarrassed
Yeah.
event of
I don't think
Counter-Strike.
so. I don't think
You don't
so.
think so?
No, I think that Fury is a disappointment. That's for
Oh,
sure.
yeah.
0-0 Nation showed a lot of promising stuff. They had like what 3 weeks of practice, I think,
Was it
or
their
2 weeks. It was nothing.
Yeah,
Was it
it
their
was
old team
nothing.
still?
Yeah, and MIBR is playing with Bit.
Oh, are they
Not
playing
with
with Bit?
Bit.
No,
No.
they didn't?
They're playing with BRN.
Oh,
VRM.
I really thought my BR will go through this group. Like,
Yeah, I mean, they were good with Woody. That's the thing. They were really good with Woody. I think like you could also see that like in the ESL Challenger in NA. I don't know if you watched it, but they had like they started losing maps where in before like they just stormed through
Steamrolled.
everything.
I
Yeah.
think they need a little bit of time, right?
Yeah, obviously they're just new.
I
Woody
mean,
was a big piece.
Cello is the in-game leading, and he never did it before.
oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah,
At the same
So
I mean,
time,
Woody
he needs time.
was a big piece.
at the same time, I think Rare Adam played a really good tournament. Like if I'm not sure if you guys were watching any of their matches,
I was.
but I mean, like the difference between them and Tai Lu, is insane. I think Chinese and Asian Counter-Strike is actually just they're trying to play aim labs in Counter-Strike basically, but I think Rare Adam actually played like decent CS, and it paid off. They even ran a very close series against Outsiders. Like I think they might be like an actual genuine contender
Yeah, it was
team.
super close.
Mhm.
16-12, 16-14.
The only disappointing team here is Fury, in my opinion.
Oh,
And
this
it kind of
Yeah,
comes
well,
down
this was
to
what
theirs.
is-
to-
what
this
is
was theirs
happening?
to win it.
Yeah,
I'll tell you what, like
I think so as well.
their playstyle is just not sustainable for tier 1 or tier 2. They either gonna have a surprise waiting for the other opponent, because I tried to anti-shred them and it's impossible.
No, you
basically,
can't.
you can't, and it's not sustainable in the long run, in my opinion, because you don't have those things to
But
rely on.
do you think if they take out Art and put another one, they would still do great?
Yeah,
I think they will do better.
for sure.
I think maybe not
Put in
Art.
Yell.
I think Art can be. I think Art can be a good player
No.
individually, but what I heard, at least, I don't know, Yell. Maybe you can confirm. Maybe you heard the same thing.
Mhm.
But Art sometimes just calls like from the start of the round something that is not set. Like he would just say, "Okay, you guys go 3 here, 2 here, split." Like he wouldn't even they wouldn't practice it. He would just call it.
I don't know if he does it, but I'm pretty sure this is really common in Brazilian scene.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Like,
I heard about,
yeah,
I heard that
it
about
is.
Art.
It is. There is
Oh.
sometimes that I'm pretty sure I played for a lot of teams, and every team that I played, sometimes the EGL would say something like this. But I think if you take out of Fury, Fury would do worse.
It's not
in
Fury
my
anymore.
opinion. Yeah, it's not
Yeah.
Fury. I mean,
It's-
Caserato and Yuri played with Art for like the whole career. They're used to this game style, you know. I don't know what happened if Art suddenly leave Furia.
Yeah, I love Art.
I also love Art. I just think
love
that maybe
Art.
having someone
Different IGL maybe.
a different IGL. Yeah, I don't think that Art should be leaving. That I think Art is a
I
big reason why they're winning games as well.
I think
Individually,
I don't think Art will ever drop his EGL. Never.
I think he
Because I know him.
I love his playstyle. I think
I
that
also love
like just get like some tactical sides and then just throw in that like, all right, we're gonna do this fuck it round, the unexpected aggressive Fury round. They need to like adapt. If they can adapt,
They've actually, when I'm watching Fury demos, they're actually trying to add in more set stuff.
yeah, like
So it's just
like once they break that in, I think they're gonna be really good. If they
it's
can
just
figure it
about
out.
consistency for them now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
But that's the thing with their playstyle, though, right? It's like
You
It's like they almost 2-0 phase in Katowice, right? Was it Katowice? innersh1ne? It was one of the events that they almost 2-0'd you guys.
I don't remember.
You guys made like 2 comebacks on both maps. So, and then like
I think it wasn't Katowice. It was the one after. I think.
okay, but
It was in the-
Pro League. Was that Pro League?
Pro League.
Okay,
I think
okay.
it was. Yeah.
That's Pro
so
League.
there, and then like, you know, it all relies on art as well. Like, if he's getting his crazy opening picks and stuff, or if he dies early on, it's just like there's a lot to fall back on.
They just gotta find a sustainable way that they play the game. Maybe they could play the game like they play now, but they should have like something more traditional to fall back if it's not working. Maybe that will be the play for them.
But do you think they're gonna keep this roster though for the major though coming up?
Oh yeah, I
they're
think
not
so.
gonna do
I
it.
think
Like, even if they bomb out of Cologne.
Yeah, I think so. They
Okay.
should keep it as well.
I agree with you. I don't think they're gonna
Okay.
change now. Maybe if they do like bad at the major, but
Oh
for
yeah,
the major, I don't think so.
Is there any rare Adam hype in here?
Hey man, Rare Adam better than Tyloo.
But I feel like this is like every year we talk about like something like random Asian team that's like, oh, Asian CS is back on.
Is this the Renegades year?
Maybe Rare Adam watches NartOutHere videos and actually use it. Yeah, right?
I think they just gotta. We have to see them more. That's the thing.
Yeah. I wonder if they will be. Yeah.
Yeah, sorry for interrupting you guys. I just actually must go.
Okay.
So
no problem.
I think it was a pleasure to
All right,
be a part of this process. Yes.
The last question.
Yes.
Obviously, we know this. We're gonna talk about Cologne next. You guys are the winner.
Yes.
There we go. See,
Yes.
we gotta talk about who do you want to see in the final. Who do you want to see in the final?
I think Spirit.
You want to verse Spirit?
Oh wow.
Yes.
Ooh. All right.
No, not because anything, but just I know how much they put right now to prepare for Cologne.
All right.
There we go.
I think they have insane potential.
Inside information on Spirit.
There we go. All right, man. Pleasure to have you.
See you. Thank you.
Yes, bye bye.
Cheers.
Bye.
All right, guys. We'll talk about Cologne right now. Preview this stuff up.
All right, so we have Cologne here. 8 spots.
What's the plan?
Play-in for Tuesday, right?
Oh,
Who's gonna get through?
How many teams make it through? Right.
8.
Some Brazilian team, please.
wait. I think that the best chance from here, in terms of Brazilian teams, is Spain right now.
I think Pain. That's what I was gonna say. Pain.
Yeah, Pain is. I love playing them.
Out of
They're
all
insane
the
and
teams, yeah, Pain's playing
yeah.
really good.
I think Spirit is a no-brainer in my opinion. They've been like
And I think
innersh1ne said that they've been good.
I think
yeah,
Heroic
Heroic for sure.
Big
Uh,
should. Big should. They just
Big
won.
should.
Yeah.
Astralis, in my opinion, is a 50-50. I'm not confident about it, but I'm pretty confident about Vitality.
So we've got Heroic,
Spirit?
Spirit. I think Pain's gonna make it. That's 3.
I think Pain is making it. Pain is making it. Who they play the first match on Nart?
Yeah, let me scroll down here.
Mouse.
Mouse. I think
Best
I
of
think they have a
one.
good chance.
You think they're gonna beat Mouse? I think
Mouse is shaky.
In a BO1?
Mouse has been playing very bad.
I mean, the B1 is in favor of Pain.
Yeah, that is.
I would say that. I think, well, first of all, for Pain, they have way more pop-off potential. At least individually speaking, I actually think they might outrank Mouse in certain ways.
And if they actually win, and Heroic should beat Sprout, that's gonna be a hell of a BO3 Heroic versus Pain.
Yo, guys, Complexity got a shot. I got him in their first seed. I don't.
You actually got it. Would you put money on that?
No.
You don't want to lose money, right?
Complexity's been on like what is it, like a 10-game lose
Look,
streak?
man, I just turned 18. I can only just start. I can't even get. I mean, I can gamble elsewhere.
Complexities match
We don't-
like last
we do
match
not
against
support-
Sinners.
Sorry, we don't support underage gambling, but
Yes.
yeah, I won't put money in that situation.
What did you saying, Spray?
Yeah.
They lost.
I was saying like the
coach.
Sinners loss was that was
Oh
probably
my
like
God.
that was the most. I was watching the game and I was heartbroken.
I watched that game too.
I was heartbroken, and I really hope that they can at least be a bit better here. But as I said, I think this team is, I wouldn't say dead, but it needs of like a fresh breath.
So we got like 3 teams. We have Heroic, Pain, and Spirit. That's 3.
Big has a good.
I think
bracket.
Big's gonna make it. I think
Big,
They have a good bracket.
Vitality.
I mean, Big is
Vitality.
1-0 already, right?
Yeah, I think bigger. I think bigger through.
I think Big and Vitality are both through, and I want.
There's no way Order wins.
I want to see
No.
Imperial win.
Silence.
Silence.
You want to see Imperial win?
I want
Do
to
you
see
think
Imperial.
they'll show up this event? They haven't done
I
anything since the
don't think
major,
so.
unfortunately.
Yeah, what is happening with them? It's crazy.
I don't
They're
know.
losing so many silly rounds.
Movie.
The way
I
I don't.
Well, sorry. Continue.
I think it was honestly, as much as you hate to say it, like a honeymoon period. I just think it was that, honestly.
Also, their
And
experience showed up a lot. You know, playing on LAN
Yeah.
at a huge event. You know that you saw
Yeah.
them dominate fours.
Is this
and,
playing a LAN? Like
yeah,
a-
this
Yeah,
is
it's
a
a
LAN
studio.
setting. Yeah,
So
Yeah.
they could show up. I will love them seeing them show up.
they could.
I think they could.
The thing
battle
is,
for last spot.
I don't think they're gonna get through big.
Yeah,
Well-
move to the bottom bracket.
Oh yeah,
I mean,
wait, who's movie stars play?
that might be
Who
our.
would
which
Imperial play?
They just played in Valencia. Movie Stars beat them pretty bad on Nuke.
16-3, I think.
Oh wait,
Yeah.
so if movie stars goes, then it's Tyloo versus Vitality. Yeah, I think movie stars can beat Vitality at this rate.
Definitely with the momentum they have winning this
Oh, yeah.
event.
they
so, yeah.
could, but Vitality is looking better and better every official.
That's true.
I think Vitality with their bracket is guaranteed through. I don't see them losing to Movie Star.
No,
I also
I was-
doubt it. I think.
I doubt it. Okay,
Yeah.
we got
I think the
Alright.
biggest, like the hardest bracket, like in terms of who's gonna 100% go through, is like the Mouse, Pain, Sprout, Heroic type of thing.
That's a weird bracket.
weird
yeah.
bracket. Yeah, it is.
So Imperial are like Furia right now. You know, they're both struggling. So
Yeah,
Imperial.
I think it's just honeymoon, like honeymoon at the beginning.
They're keeping this roster for the major, right? You think? You guys think?
Yeah.
Right? They're not going to
Yeah.
do anything. They're not going to make any changes, despite even if they
Maybe
bomb out of here.
add yellow or something.
I don't know. I'm not
He's
sure.
good.
I'm
He's
not,
good friends with Bolts, so
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm not 100% sure, to be
So.
honest.
Oh yeah, so
It's
you want me
been
to call
really
our boys?
ugly.
what I was saying last week though, Yell, on the last episode, is just their map pool. You know, with Vertigo and Nuke, they're not strong on either maps.
Yeah.
And their permaban is ancient. So if you look at FNX, who's been out for a while, you know, not playing those two maps, and then Fur not playing Nuke when he last played for MIBR, they were playing Vertigo, and I don't know. It's just every
Yeah, the
time
map
they're in
pool
a
is
best
really
of 3,
bad.
they lose a map whenever the other team picks that. So they just have to.
That's right. Their only strong map is like Overpass, and
Yeah.
I think they need to start
Yeah.
playing Ancient, man. I think they could be good on Ancient.
I mean, maybe they would change now. I don't know.
Yeah.
When you're losing a lot, you have to change something because otherwise,
Yeah, that's
someone's
what,
getting kicked.
That's what Big did.
So
And Ancient's not that like it's a kind of like,
Oh, it's a hard map. It's
Yeah.
a way
It's a hard
harder map
map.
right now.
but if the new changes to happen, it's a little like you can kind of break it down a little easier than how it was by the major. The
We'll have to
opening.
see in
Yeah.
Clone. You know, teams.
Yeah, you have to still wait and see.
Teams
Like
will
every
bring it
team
out.
still, every team still has their own way of playing the new version.
How about 0-0 Nation with the new roster moves?
I'm not expecting
Oh,
much from them
how-
here.
I'm not expecting much, but
I'm not
I think they'll do fine.
I love to see him go through. Like it just clicks. But I
Yeah,
want
but if they lose, it's people aren't going to
Yeah.
be mad
Who
about
are they
it.
playing in the? I mean, who are they
the
playing in the lowers?
Is
Sorry,
it?
if they. I mean,
I don't
the
know
no
how this
offense to
works.
0-0. I'm not sure they're gonna beat Astralis. I mean, they'd
Yeah, yeah.
play. They'd play Complexity. Do you think they'd beat Complexity in a BO3?
Yeah,
Yes,
because
Yeah.
I
how
think so
complexity
as well.
look.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
definitely.
Guys,
I think 0-0 has a chance.
Well, 0-0
Yeah.
technically has a really good shot because
Yeah.
even if, like, let's say, like, I think
Uh-oh.
Heroic wins and, like, Pain win, they have the first, like, Sprout or Mouse. So they're a shot.
Yeah.
All right.
And they just
They
lost to
could.
Sprout, right?
Yeah,
Who?
but I think they could.
Valencia.
Yeah, 0-0 nation. But they
Oh,
they
okay.
could they could make it through. They could make it through. Yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be cool. More Brazilians, the better. Actually, I like Brazil fans. I love Brazil teams.
At least one, please.
Well, you got Furia in the
We need more than Furia.
directly
Oh, Fury is
qualified.
okay.
Yeah.
I want.
But I mean, Fury is looking shaky himself. So I don't know.
Yeah.
All right.
But I mean, I think there's a good chance of like at least a couple more Brazilian teams in the main event.
Yeah, I think so as well.
Should we talk about
I
who
just
wins it?
just love seeing the Brazilian support. Every time we play a Brazilian team, it's just insane. And we won like only twice, but we don't get any hate for it. And
That's
we
good.
get a lot of love from Brazilian people, and it's just insane. Every time you play a team, you just get a lot of support, even if you're the opposite team. So it's nice to see like the chat glowing like that all the time.
Are
All
there
right.
any shot that any of these playoff teams can actually win it?
Any what?
Any of those play-in teams can like beat.
Oh, any play-in teams can.
Yeah.
The dark horse.
Yeah, they can dark horse it.
Heroic with Yabi.
Heroic,
maybe.
yeah.
I think everyone's heroic.
Maybe Vitality if Zywoo pops off.
I mean,
Yeah, only those two, I think.
Yeah.
And
I've never had a honeymoon phase in my team, but if Heroic has it, they could win it.
And I think a super dark one,
Spirit.
Spirit,
Yeah, don't
Yeah,
put Spirit. With-
He knows.
Don't tell innersh1ne this, but
But
Spirit.
they have wonderful playing guys.
Yeah.
First-
well,
Oh,
yeah, that's question
no
mark.
Dexter. I mean,
This
I don't know.
is just-
Wonderful's
this
good.
is just
Wonderful,
crazy.
Wonderful
is a good
Wonderful
offer.
is good.
Don't
Yeah.
But it's his first
don't
event
like-
though. Maybe
I
know.
right?
Keep my mind as he shock us all. You never know, man.
Yeah, we'll see.
He's
Alright.
a good. I don't doubt that he can smoke some of these teams.
Yeah, he can beat some. We all know he could beat one upper for sure, guaranteed.
All right. Who's gonna win it all?
Navi.
It's act- I think this is actually like not set in stone, but
I don't think so.
I'll say Navi. But I don't
Yeah.
even think their what's their hot take? I don't think their blast win was like as comfortable as people think.
No.
No, those
No.
comfortable being phase, but that in general wasn't that comfortable.
Yeah.
But Navi, in my opinion.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think FaZe are gonna win it.
Yeah, Liquid is gonna go out last.
No love for you, Kinder on Liquid.
Oh, we
No,
totally
no,
forgot about you, Kinder.
listen, those. I'm joking. Liquid actually has a good chance of making a deep run. I think that they're not still in the phase where they could win it, but
I think they're gonna.
Deep run.
I'm predicting they're gonna do that OG Ducks type of run, where they make playoffs. They make like the.
I think they can make playoffs. There's
not
a chance,
finals,
I think.
but you know the playoffs. They make playoffs.
That's a chance they make playoffs.
Yeah, you Kinder just
Yeah.
doesn't give a shit, and he just hits heads, and they let him do what he wants. That can happen.
yeah, I think they can make a semi-final run for sure.
We're
The
coping.
first event will be good.
I think they can go like guaranteed play. I can
Oh,
not
okay,
guaranteed.
but-
I would not guarantee them.
No, I can see them making playoffs because
I could
no,
as well.
no one's gonna strat them because of Weekender. No one knows how they're gonna play.
True.
Except Lucid here, but Lucid,
No, they got Hunter as well. They got Lucid, so he
yeah.
has a lot of cheeky stuff, up his sleeve.
Because
And for Yell, Furia are winning the whole thing.
Yell,
He's
Not at all. Not this one.
Next
Can
one,
you-
the next one. Though,
But
I
I
doubt
think
it.
it's not gonna. I think it's gonna be Navi, maybe GQ. I don't know. I don't
G2
think
could
FaZe
be,
will win. Yeah.
no love for Cloud9.
I also don't think that. I mean, I
Cloud9 has been
love
shaky
Cloud9
as I don't know.
but
They're so
They don't look strong like when the pandemic started. They were winning everything.
Mhm.
They don't look like that anymore. I don't know.
They won Dallas, and then after that, they're like, "What the hell is happening now?"
I mean, their Dallas performance wasn't even like that strong. I feel like either. I don't.
yeah. I think that they're a good team. I think that they just became stagnant a bit in their way
Yeah.
that they play.
Maybe they need some like fresh blood or something. I don't know.
Fresh map,
To-
maybe.
Maybe
Anything.
change something. Yeah,
How about Ents?
I like Ants a lot.
I love Ents is
I
like
don't know.
they play like they follow by the book, but I just feels like it can never.
They follow by the book. They
I
hold
mean, like-
W, man. What do you mean they follow? They just hold W.
I mean, like Snappy, like he strats it up a little.
Yeah.
He knows what he does his stuff. And then like eventually, like when he goes to the semifinals, or go to the semifinals, and they can't outbeat the other like a FaZe or Navi. That's how
True. They're having troubles getting over the hurdle.
Yeah.
I
That's
remember
true.
just playing. We scrimmed them when they were in Dallas, and
Uh-huh.
it was with Snacks, and we were playing Overpass, and they literally just held W and Monster and CTs inside the Monster smoke, no flash, no nothing, through the short pipe, like just literally W. Fady was just sitting there like in the back. They just pushed into him. He got 2 kills every round.
They're the EU Furia.
Yeah, it was mad. Like the way they did it was mad. I was like, okay, those guys are W warriors, but I mean they're a good team. I just think that they lack a bit of strats. I'd say that, like slow strats.
G2, G2 if Nico pops off, and if everyone pops off on G2, they can win it.
Yeah, G2. They played really well at that last event. Was it Blast? I think.
Yep.
Yeah, they choked against myself.
Yeah, and afterwards they all tweeted like, they're seeing a lot of signs of improvement. So hopefully this event we see more improvement. If not, it's gonna be a bad player break for them. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yep. Otherwise, favorites, as I think everyone here said, is Navi. We're gonna see Electronic IGL his another event here, and we'll see what he can bring to the table. Because at Blast, we didn't see any dip in his performance IGLing, so let's see if he's able to pull off the same performance. Because if he does, it's hard to beat Navi.
I mean, Samda Young would also be more comfortable now, and they would be more comfortable with him.
Yeah, he's filling in really good because he's
not filling in. That's the thing. They also said that he's not filling in.
Oh.
He's actually getting the positions that he wants.
Really?
Yeah.
They're giving him the comfortability. Like he's not just saying you're playing this bitch spot. No, he's playing.
Well, on T side, when I'm watching some of like the Blast demos with them, he's doing Boomage's role, running in first, and
he used to do that on Spirit.
Yeah, he was an entry.
Oh,
he
is
was
he
an
entry
on Spirit.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
It's just not like some random stand-in. Like Samda Young is genuinely he's been a support player for most of his career.
So he is comfortable like with his role, and I think if the team gets comfortable with him, like they can just become the #1 team again, like instantly, and reign again.
Not to hit you with the book there, Nart. But yeah, it's like
okay. Yeah, you're good.
For the longest time, I think he's been a very underrated player. I think for the longest time.
Yeah, he's been underrated because he's been playing on like Spirit when they were like up and.
I mean, when Spirit were okay, like they were playing in Pro League a bunch. Yeah. I think he just never like soared above everyone in stats.
Mm-hmm.
But I think as a positional player, he's just been solid, and I think he's been a fadey. How do we say that?
And you're playing with a simple electronic, like a solid team with the best player, and you get like that like confidence boost. Like, okay, I got these guys with me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the entry role looks a little bit better when you literally have God behind you. So
yeah, I mean, I think it's very easy for an IGL like Electronic to keep his performance when he doesn't have to sacrifice. I can talk about like Mistem for an example. He in South Africa was one of the hardest hitters, like in terms of fragging, and he just had to sacrifice for other people. Obviously, he's the IGL. He wants to see the team succeed and not just him individually. So I mean, the fact that Samda Young is just such a great fit for Electronic that he still can play comfortable is just insane for Navi.
So are we all agreeing? Sorry, Nart. We're all agreeing to like a Navi. Navi's probably gonna make the final, probably winning it. Who's they gonna play?
I'd say FaZe or G2.
I think G2.
I would say G2 as well. Maybe Liquid.
Fuck it,
Wait,
Liquid. Let's go,
depending on-
boys.
Yeah, let's go for Liquid. Let's go for Liquid.
They shocked us in 2016 when they make the
Yeah.
major against SK. They show us again. Fuck it.
Yeah. Lucid
Yeah.
in chat is recommending we make a fantasy team for this event.
And NartOutHere
Was that on
fantasy team.
HLTV?
On HLTV,
I
yeah.
can't. I'm banned
You're banned?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah,
What
wait.
did you do?
for
How
10,
do you get?
for 10 years.
What? What?
Yeah, he is.
Nart?
Oh, wow.
Is this gonna sink your career?
Well, I messaged Prof, and Prof was like, "Oh, I think you downloaded too many demos." Before when HLTV didn't allow one demo at a time.
Oh, did you like?
I was downloading.
I don't know.
bunch
That's what
back
he
then.
told me. So I don't know. I
We know-
can still access the site, but I just can't post on the forums. you
Can't
know?
post, which are quality, by the way. Those are
Yeah.
the best forums in the world. It beat
Yeah.
Reddit.
The forums are a mix between, you know,
Troll.
troll. You know,
News?
it's like
News source?
there's a fine line. It's not even a fine line. It's literally two extremes. It's either gold or racism. There's no in
Mhm.
between.
It
So
is bad.
yeah. Either way, I could make a fantasy league on my account, a fantasy team.
We should make a NartOutHere league.
Okay, should we make the NartOutHere league real quick, and then we can like check in at the end of the league,
I think we should. Yeah.
just for the play-in. I'll make one right now.
Okay. Well, while you're doing that, to touch base with G2, so what you were saying, Spray, about how is Mr. my IGL? Your
Yeah,
IGL?
he's the IGL.
Okay. And you said he's taking more sacrifices now, right? Like
Yeah.
going in first, like stuff like that.
Going in first,
Yeah.
giving up positions,
Yeah.
anything to make the players comfortable.
Yeah. So that's what Carrigan, like you all know, Carrigan does that, right? He does like these crazy like entry plays and goes in like first and sacrifices his weapons and all that. That's what I need to see more out of Alexi B. So recently, when I watched their recent demos with G2, like some of their strats, it's just like so weird seeing Nico go in first and Alexi followed up by Nico. It's just like I know Nico can entry. He's entered before, but like when you're entering, as you know, like you'll die first. Like there's sometimes you can't do anything. You'll just die.
I think Alexi was never a good fit for G2.
I think I go with that.
I think that they should get another fragger. Not an IGL.
So what, Nico IGL?
Oh,
Yeah, I think so. I think they can.
I like Nexa as IGL. I always liked that move.
I don't. The thing is, he's good. He's very good, but I don't know if he's like top one team good.
Nexa?
Yeah.
I don't know. My feelings are mixed up with Nexa.
I like him. I like him as an IGL and
Yeah.
as a person, but
IGL and that team though would be pretty.
He's definitely more loose. He's more loose
Yeah.
than Alexi B for sure in calling.
G2 is
yeah. And if you're loose, like, why get an IGL, right? Just
Yeah,
get another firepower and get Nico to call loose the same way that he called before.
that's what I need to see more out of G2, like how FaZe is playing. Because I saw an interview with Kerrigan on HLTV Confirm where he's gives a lot of freedom to his players. He's telling Brokey, Twist, "Oh, go make this play." Like,
You gotta
be
utilize your
confident.
best players.
Yeah, exactly. So he needs to find a way to do that with G2. So
Yeah, I mean, there's a different integration of it, like pre-spoken stuff, and as Kerrigan says, like in a tier 1 environment, it's more of understanding the game. Like he will just say like, "Yo, guys, do this play. I will support you guys," and he'll just do that. But in the tier 2 environment, it's more like pre-spoken about in terms of how you set up the players. And I'd say like for me, that defines a good leader, not an IGL, and a bad leader, a guy that's willing to sacrifice to make the people around him better.
Wait, Yell, you're IGL lane back in there, right? You were.
Yep.
You want to take the GT role? Come on.
I would sacrifice. I would
he would
sacrifice
sacrifice
myself.
to play with those players.
I've did it before.
Let me call
My
Niak real
Hulk,
quick,
I mean,
alright? Yo,
You
I'm
would
gonna call him.
you would sacrifice everything.
Let me pick up the phone 1 sec, okay?
But I
I-
agree with Spray.
I
Oh.
think that's
I mean-
most IGLs nowadays. The top teams with Snappy, he does the same thing. You know, he'll go in
Yeah.
first, and Cloud9, Nafny does that. Who else we got?
I mean, they either go in first or they're a utility bot. Like one or the other.
Maybe NIP is a little bit different.
I think going first is the
Yeah.
best way
Yeah.
to do it. Because you get so much information, you can still call that.
True.
So it's the best thing.
Yeah. I
And you,
think,
you,
like,
you don't see a lot of uppers IGL anymore, right?
Well, you have
Yeah.
Cadian, Fallen,
Woody.
Jame, Art,
Woody.
technically, I
Woody,
guess.
yeah.
No, our art is not an up anymore.
Yeah.
I mean, I would say that.
Sometimes he
Yeah,
takes
but-
it away from safe. He's like, all right, give me your op.
Yeah. I think it's positional. But yeah, just confirm that with me, because that's how I feel and how Miston feels. But it's way nicer as an IGL to see your team win than you perform.
Yes, of course.
Oh yeah, winning is
You
Winning
just
is
feel like
way-
you've impacted the game
The trophies.
more
Yeah.
that way.
Yeah. I mean, I'm thinking about coming back to play, but I don't want to. There's two things right now. I either come back to play as a full opper and not an in-game leader, or in-game leader and a rifle, because both together are too hard. It's I mean, you don't see like some AWPs like Fallen, Cadian, or Jame doing like huge stats right now. Jame do sometimes, but
yeah.
he's like super safe, so
Uh-huh.
he's always
I
like
think,
getting kills.
yeah.
But it's really hard to like put Simple as an in-game leader. His performance will go down, I think. So
All right. Fide made the
League. Did it work?
League.
I'm just
No,
wondering.
you sent a create link.
Oh, I'm stupid. Okay, wait. I made my team. Hold on. Let me go ahead and find invite. Here we go. Got you. I got the invite link. There we go. Let's go ahead. There you go. That's the right
There
link.
you go.
All right. Welcome to NarT
I
out
need to
here
sign
Super
in.
League.
Oh.
You need to sign in.
I can't do it.
NarT can't even do his own league. But we'll
no,
go
it's
with
IP. It's
Sagka.
IP track too, by the way. I can't even.
Okay,
Yeah.
yo, you do it for. I'll do it for you.
All right. This is
I'll do it
yeah. Sagka and NarT are together, but I
You've
guess
been inactive for some time and email has been sent. What the actual fuck?
holy cow.
Please
He has-
confirm your identity. What is that, man? Okay, I can
How
I
look.
much
used to
do
be
I have?
I used to be an HLTV forums demon. Back in my time.
You look like one.
Oh, come on. Dude, without the glasses, come on. No, you can't tell me I'm a forums demon like that. Come on, man. I've been exposed
mean,
for
I
whatever.
no.
I've never
What-
played this before. What is it? A
With the
fantasy team?
glasses and like, you know, like a cup like this and a smirk.
Wait, a cup like a cup. Wait, what do you
I
mean?
was holding a cup.
Oh, this? Yeah, I have my my mug. This is like a really, I don't know. I could have picked a different mug, you know. I could have picked a more like standard looking, you know, regular coffee mug.
You're just like the meme, you know?
Yellow or Spray, do you guys ever read the HLTV match thread before your games and stuff, or no? Or after?
No.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
After
It's always shit.
Yeah. Well, it's the,
Oh,
it's the
I-
betters. It's the betters, right? You know?
No. I actually like to read on a hard loss. That's when I read them.
Oh.
Yeah.
I think for me that's pushing me to do better. When I see people like coming at me, I just, it's my competitive spirit. Like that's how I view it. I know some athletes do it as well.
Mm-hmm. I mean, NATO last week talked about it, where he would take some comments and then he would read it pregame to his team for like the next match or something. You know, use as motivation.
Oh, I just do it for me individually, to be better prepared next time.
I look through it occasionally if they have anything to say about the commentator.
Ugh.
So
Usually they don't.
yeah, they don't. Yeah, usually they don't because you know I'm just better that way. Sorry, guys.
You're safe.
Safe from Furia.
No.
Safe. I'm safe. Thank you
Oh,
so
you're
much.
safe.
That's
Yes.
so nice of you to say that. Great offer, by the way.
I mean, if Fear are making changes, is it safe and drop? Or did they keep
Yeah,
it core?
Hey,
plus
not-
CL, plus bit.
Yep.
Confirmed.
You know, if every team could add simple, they'd probably be better.
Does Furia have a good academy team? I think they did
Their
really
academy
good in
team is
Blast.
okay.
Or not Blast, we play. They went far.
They're
in
doing
the
okay.
playoffs. But I don't follow
they-
the academy side, so
Yeah,
I don't know
they have a
who's
leader.
who's up
Yeah.
and comers for Brazil.
They used to suck. They're okay. They're like
Okay.
They
They beat-
used to suck.
yeah. I mean, they beat Mao's NXT in a series recently, so
True.
they came
They
third.
were the winners. Yeah.
They came third. Yeah. So respect.
You think Mouse are making a change if they bomb out here? There's no way they
Oh,
go. There's no way they go
100%.
into the next major with the same roster, do they?
I mean, I just don't think Dexter's ready. Are we making the fantasy league on stream as well? I mean,
Yeah, I'm
I don't know
making
how
it right now.
how would I show
okay.
it?
I mean, like that would be up to Sachka.
All
Share
right.
your screen on Discord, maybe. I don't know, and I could put it on.
I mean, we can
Stream.
just make them and just show
I
them
mean,
at the end.
yeah. So I'll give you guys my lineup and my reasons to why.
Wait,
I'm doing this for the play-in stage, by the way.
I
Play-in
want to
stage.
say, I'm saying one thing. Why is Junior more money than Fang?
It's the last 6 months. It takes stats from the last 6 months and compiles them. Last 3 months, Fang, well, they're not far apart. Is what I will say.
All right. What's your lineup?
Well, Fang's
okay,
the
so
entry.
So I went ahead and picked ZywOo plus Masuda. They have really easy matchups. I mean, you could get away with not picking ZywOo here because I think everyone on Vitality is going to farm. But I picked Masuda just specifically. I think Masuda farms against teams who are just worse than him. Worse than Vitality. Like I think there are some players that farm teams that are lower rated than they are. Masuda is one of them, and I also picked Chopper from Spirit because he does the same. By the way, I have won one of these HLTV fantasies, like the big league thing. So this is from all my logic. So yeah, against easy matchups, I know Chopper farms. Like on average, he farms against lower rated opposition, and same goes for Masuda. And then I just picked Tizian because he's playing well recently, and then Patsy for last. You always pick the teams that win. You always have to pick the teams that go 2-0.
I have mine set as well.
Yeah,
Right.
I don't think this is like a crazy hard one. Like, there's no reason to pick like an upset team to do it.
I actually got an interesting one. I think.
Okay, I want to hear it.
I got Dumao.
Oh my god. Okay, he's okay.
I got
Go on.
Dumao. Stats wise, I think it'll be interesting. I mean, I know that you said you want to pick the teams that are gonna win, but
there's good reason for that though. There is a good reason because like I think he's gonna play well every single one of his games, win or lose.
Yeah. Bigu. I got Bigu Zera.
Okay.
Really good.
I think yeah, he's a really good player, and I think they're gonna go through as well. I got Torrezi from Oz, however you pronounce it, Torrezi, right?
Who?
Torji.
Oh,
Torzi.
Torzi. Okay.
Yeah. I got Tizian. I think he'll pop off.
Yep.
And I just had to get. I mean, gotta support complexity, so I got JT.
Got JT. JT
to-
cancels out every single one of those picks.
Yeah, but they're my boys, and you know I can put like the lowest stats and whatever.
You gotta support your guys, man. The bros.
Yeah, you gotta support them.
Hell no, I'm here to win. I'm a winner. But
I'll beat your ass.
All
I'll
right,
beat your
well.
ass.
That's sprays and buys.
I am building it right now. So
Did you make one yell?
Yeah, I was safe. Okay. I got Tabsen,
Yeah, that's a
Misuta,
good one.
Tizian, ZywOo, and Siren.
Okay, that's actually an insane lineup.
Wow,
I
that's
think.
a
Yeah, I
crazy
think. Yeah, I
roster.
think this.
Yeah, you took.
It's a safe pick. I
Wait, were
think.
you able to get Tabson over Chopper? How much was
Yeah.
Tabson? Oh my god! Wait, that's free.
207.
Wait,
Uh-oh.
picking Tabson's actually free. What the hell?
Tabson's free. Yeah, he's really
Oh
good.
my god. Yeah, he's gonna farm him, dude. He's
He's
gonna
gonna
farm him.
farm 100%.
See, exactly. Tabson's one of the another one of these players against lower rated opposition. He just farms them. So there you go. You know, Yell is a fantasy god. I'll tell you this.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's shocked for us.
We've misplayed. Well, Spray, I'm not sure about your picks, but
Brother, I'm a beat your ass, alright?
In GTA.
In GTA.
GTA, of course.
Yeah.
Online.
Not in GTA. No, not online. We're gonna do it in private.
No,
I'll meet you in Monterey. See you then.
Yeah, see you there.
Did you get yours together?
I am forming it right now, and I'm gonna let Gillette let him know. I'm on the last guy right now.
Oh, he listened to all our advice. We shouldn't have said anything.
I don't have any of you guys at all. So
what have we done? Crucial misplays here, guys.
Yeah,
what are we doing?
I play fantasy football for a living. This is what I do.
Oh, my phone is on 1%. I didn't even notice.
I think after how much longer do we have after this? I think it's probably
this is pretty much.
Yeah, this is it. This is it. Yeah.
This is it. For the audio listeners, this is like not even suspense. They already know it's gonna be over like in 3 minutes.
Yeah.
For people, join us on stream next time, and you'll never know the suspense of when CS out here is gonna end.
Oh,
crazy.
One thing we didn't talk about is order. Really, I mean, we all said they can get farmed, but they have not.
They have good players.
The old Renegades team
players.
is just they have not produced anything.
Right.
And they bombed out of the last.
I went. All right, Nart. I give you the team. You like that?
Well, I can't see it.
I message it DM.
Okay. We've got Blame F. Okay, who's a Strauss
That's
playing?
a safe one.
Playing 0-0 Nation.
Okay, I think he'll farm. I think that's also a player who can farm.
Yeah, Blame F has been playing really good. Like he's
Blade
like
F?
the only consistent player on Astralis right now.
Yeah.
Like I've seen him like 30 bomb like multiple times.
He's not
Tizian,
better than me though.
Tizian, everyone's chosen Tizian, or most of you guys chose Tizian.
I think he's a free pick.
Yeah. We also got Masuta and Tapson, and then the last pick is very questionable. It's a shocking pick. He could show up out of nowhere, and if he does, it's over. Config.
Floppy? Oh.
Config has not been playing well. Config from Astralis. He's not been playing well, but he's got that potential that
he's a pop-off player.
Yeah, exactly. If he turns up,
it's the lower tier competition as well for him.
So that's what I went with.
I mean, if they play Mirage, Config owns. So yeah, there you are.
Okay, Saga, wanna end the show here?
I think we should. I think we had a really fun day so far, right?
Yeah.
A lot of shit talking.
Any last words, Yell, for the viewers, your fans, maybe in the Brazilian fans in Portuguese?
I'm just glad to be here. I want to thank you guys for having me, everybody that is watching, and see you guys soon.
Yeah.
Hopefully we see you play for the next major. So
you bet.
Keep an eye on
that. And if you do, invite NarT as a guest so you can go to the major.
Yeah, I'll coach. Yeah, put me in a coach.
Brazil, guys.
I love to go to Brazil like in the fall when Chicago. Me and NarT live in Chicago, so it's gonna suck. So we want to go to nice weather. That's
all right. Spray, you got any last words?
Yeah, Yell, you gotta buy me a beer in Rio.
Okay, it's a deal.
Oh,
see you then.
ATK will qualify, and
obviously.
And Spray, you have NarT as a guest, right? You invite him to the major. He's asking.
Oh, of course. I got my boy.
Fight me.
I'm taking it in my suitcase, bro.
Yeah, he could probably fit.
Yeah, he's my boy. Obviously, I got him.
All right.
Do we need to get like a thumbnail picture as well? Like all of us smiling,
no,
pretending
I got
we're having
one already.
a good time?
Well,
you already got one?
I have a pre-made one. Yeah. But thank you guys.
I already smiled. Oh, rip.
Yeah. I'm sorry, guys. Sorry if I didn't make you guys smile. It's over.
No, you're good.
Bye.
All right. Is that it?
What? No. Like, do you have any last words?
Do I have any last words?
You're not gonna
He
die.
has a lot of words. He's
Oh,
a
okay,
caster.
cool. Yeah, you're right.
Don't try me, dude. I'll just say thanks for watching, guys.
Okay.
Thank you.
Best casting ending.
For all those around the world, whether it be evening, day, morning, night, midnight, even. Thank you guys for EU on all 7 continents, all 7 seas. Thank you guys so much for watching this episode here of CS Out here.